Fart noises. They're funny. Oh, there you go. Quality optionales. Alrighty. Where are we going? So what you guys been up to while I was away, you disgusting creatures?
I made a video about how bad Snyder Cut is.
I saw one.
What?
That's the one where you're like wrong in all the things, but I will not tell you where and why.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of that.
Yeah, this video is really bad. You just that video is really bad. You just wanted to hate that movie. Unlike me, I didn't just want to love that movie.
First message after I come back after 5 days is gay. Very nice. What up?
Yay. There's a surprising amount of well, he said Justice League was better, so it's like, oh.
It is.
But it is.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Sorry to break it to you. Hey, dumbasses. Whoa. Creamy sheep, hello. Hello, everyone. How's it schloimping? Let's see. Where's that item? Not here. Inventory. Hello, Field Medic. You're right about Justice League, by the way. Of course. Of course. Hello, Myrtle, El Lugman, Frink Daddy of the Big G. Hi.
What's up?
All hail metal, the German gay cum lord. That's a lot of things that I am.
Be proud.
Yeah, what's this game looks neat? Avorion. It's actually kind of oldish. It's like a couple of years old. They're coming out with a new update soon. It's not why I bought it though. We just saw it. Or a friendo saw it and was like, let's check that out. We're gonna do no life things on the weekend anyways. And then we did. And we played it 40 hours. So, yeah. It's good stuff. It's like space exploration. You can go everywhere here. It's fun stuff. It's fun stuff. Very chill as well. For now, I am going to go somewhere safe. Preferably somewhere I can actually jump to. Let's just go here. I've been doing metal. Was doing alright. I am doing alright. That didn't change. Yeah, just hung out with friendos over the weekend. It was neat. It was neat. Found the anti-tism equation. It's carved onto Just Right's channel. Oh god.
The anti-tism equation.
Till alongside Senpai, please. Yeah, unfortunately we have to work without the overlay thingy of the Discord, because for some reason this game steals my mouse cursor when I capture Discord, and I don't know why. It's really weird. Never seen that before. The voices are all in Metal's head. I mean, they mostly are. Maybe I can use the actual in-game overlay. Oh no, I think the Discord in-game overlay fucks with games or something. Like, fucks up frames and shit. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. I've seen Faucets, by the way. The first episodes were bad, but episode 3 is pure garbage. Well, I will not watch it anymore, because I guess I dodged that bullet. Again. Hey, Julius. Neiltism, thanks for the resub. You dang, it's been ages since you've streamed. Yeah, like 5 days. It's insane. I don't know how you guys survived without me. Oh, thanks for the resub, Fronggold.
No problem.
All I heard was problem. I think he thinks that's a problem.
Oh, shit. Is this? No. Where's the thingy? I have like a homeward bone thing somewhere. I don't know where.
Do you think that you could edit the Snyder Cut in Justice League into not a good movie, but at least a comprehensible movie? Well, I think that's what Justice League was trying to be, and look at how that turned out.
You could, well, there's a best movie to be made out of the two of them, with no extra footage, probably.
Yeah.
Do we have to cut Joss's footage to 4:3?
Yes.
We have to cut it to 1:3, whatever that is.
Could be one
It was
by one.
surprising to me that the 4-hour thing doesn't give it more marks down. Imagine saying Iron Man 1 and 2 are better than Thor, and you're like, oh, you mean individually? You're like, no, comboed up. Like, I don't even. How do you even go about thinking about that? You have to average out a score, right?
Cut it to be 1:1, yeah.
Any plans for covering Falcon and the Winter Soldier? I don't wanna. It's lame. It's not like offensive, so there's that. It's just very it's some of the most standard incompetence you could possibly imagine.
Yeah, it's 3. It's just the epitome of 3. A lot of it's stupid, but also it's just so badly written.
I don't even want to say predictable because like it implies something about it. There are shows that are predictable that are still fucking good.
It's way too easy to read.
Yeah, like I think it's more to do with predictable while not earning any of it really. So then it's frustrating. If you're predictable and you're earning it, I'm just like, hey, nice, good job.
Go to 0x0 and go do something better with your life. Tell us about it. I want to watch it.
Because predictable doesn't work for me as a criticism because that would mean that every time you rewatch anything, it's shit.
Yeah, I don't think predictable is a criticism. I think, at least not strictly. There needs to be more.
Yeah.
Like, the problem with Falcon and the Winter Soldier is it's predictable in the sense that I can see what the writer is trying to do, and it's bugging me how poorly it's being handled. Whereas we predicted stuff correctly about Blind Manor, but it was because all the clues were laid out in a really clever way. It makes sense for it to lead to that. Whereas Falcon and Winter Soldier, it doesn't make sense, but it's so transparent that you know that that's where it's going to go.
That's it. It's like if,
yeah,
I want to make a story where a big old man is teaching a young student how to be good at foo. It's just a new thing, and then that student kind of hates this other guy who's his rival, and the other guy kills the old man, and it's really dramatic. And then he has to use his new abilities to defeat that guy. Like, I could make it that basic. Like they're just fucking trading suddenly. Like literally the opening of the movie, he's just at the place trading. Then the guy arrives. He's like, "I hate you. We're rivals," and then leaves. and then we montage forward, and it's like 3 years later, and he's really good at this thing. And he's like, "Man, I love you, teacher. You are my favorite teacher person. You're so important to me. I would hate it if anything happened to you." And then he leaves. And he comes the next day, and teacher's dead, and he's like, "Ah!" And it's really, really sad. And then he finds there's a calling card in the pool of blood from the bad guy. It's like, I killed him because I was a really bad student and he kicked me out. That's my whole thing.
Hey, still cute. What up? Nice haircut, Tism. Thank you. How many people complain about long YouTube videos? I thought more people would not like the 4-hour Snyder cut. Yeah, that's weird, isn't it?
Well, you know, you know how like people have been talking about how like, oh man, Snyder Cut's so popular. Wasn't one of the things I bragged about that that the trailer for the Snyder Cut got like, I don't know, 50 million views in the first day? I'm pretty sure the trailer for Black Widow got like 100 million views in the first day. I don't think people have an accurate scale for how popular the Snyder Cut is. Hold on.
I would also want to say that Snyder Cut had a benefit of coming at around a time where nothing was happening media-wise.
Let me see if I can find it, because I need to know what the
Okay,
oh yeah, and also that Godzilla vs Kong beat the record. And everybody's saying, "Oh, lol, you're lying, Warner Brothers. You're trying to bury Justice."
I love the idea of that.
Warner Brothers
Stop
sitting
lying.
around the table figuring out a way to concoct lies about how popular. Or Fringy stream. I'm watching Thor Ragnarok. I'm doing like research. It's funny, research. I'm watching Thor Ragnarok.
Let's see, what do you...
Imagine Snyder Cut wasn't successful because it was really bland, stupid, and lame.
So,
Well, yeah, just
Oh.
imagine it not being successful, but they don't even imagine that. Let me see if I can find
Well,
it.
what's crazy about this is I don't even have this problem with stuff that I think is good. Like, if they go Blind Manor made less money than fucking, I don't know, name a show, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
I don't care. Yeah.
Like, a lot of people
But I
hate
care
it.
in this
I don't really
instance
care.
'cause everybody's bringing it up.
Yeah.
Alright, so these fuckers can just go ahead and mine all the low buff stuff. Demos! Let's go ahead and just mine the boys. Alright. Let's see. What predictable apply for rewatching things because you know the answer, etc. Oh, you just talked about this. Being predictable and being overt. I guess the difference would be predictable because logical progression was predictable because trophy. I saw a post on Reddit praising that Monica's eyes glow blue when she's using her powers. Fanboyism is a disease.
Well, yeah, I mean, people just hype like, oh, look, the costume, Scarlet Witch, oh, they said it.
There's such a thing.
They said the word.
No, don't say the word. The Goliath frog is the longest frog in the world. It grows up to 32 centimeters and weighs about 30 kilo. Or 7 pounds. Did we ever learn who killed that chick in Falcon and Winter Soldier? I don't know what you're talking about. How about that Loki trailer? Didn't watch it.
I watched it. I don't know how I feel about that show.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Let's go more basic than that. Princess gets captured by bad guy and hero goes to invade evil man's castle to rescue her. Yeah. Oh shit, Fringy's here. The Fringled. Fringaloid. Frigger.
I should be asleep, but I'm not, so I'm here.
Good afternoon. Sorry you weren't in the heavy moodle vid. I'll try to make up for the next one. No, you had your fucking chance. No, it's all good, man. How you doing? Whenever I hear someone use predictable as a complaint, I want to make a movie where the first 2/3 of the movie it seems like a rom-com, that suddenly my character gets decapitated and it's a horror movie. If people get bored, they get stupid. Oh, freaky! Oh, you don't know. What's going to shorter than 1 hour? I don't know. How come no Discord icons? Because for some reason the game I'm playing doesn't like the Discord. So if I capture Discord at all, even if it's deactivated on my OBS, the game just doesn't give me a cursor anymore, but only on my screen. I can still see it on OBS, and I need my mouse cursor for this one. Glad you. Hi Metal, glad you all alone. Oh, Fringy and Long Welshman are here. I guess that's okay too. Like in more depth. Oh wait, I think I'm liking Falcon Winter Soldier so far, but open to criticism. What's your guys' criticism of it? I mean, I guess you just talked about this.
It's really bad.
Ah. Well, the next question is like in more depth.
Well,
go ahead, Mola.
a little bit complicated because, like, I don't know if I want to get into it too much because anybody who's a fan of it might be able to do some pushback, and I'd have to rewatch the episodes to be more specific. And I don't want to do that.
I don't want to, personally. It
A
is
lot of
really
standard stuff.
annoying.
Yeah, incredibly overt writing. The action scenes are all contrived as hell. Like, they all run on insane, everyone doing stupid things.
Well, the opening one lost us immediately. They were just, like, Sam jumps on the helicopter to make a joke and nearly fails the mission because of it. It's really frustrating.
Yep.
Mood, you trimmed up your beard? Not me, the barber shop did. And the people
I was
in
about
there.
to say, it's looking schmick.
Yeah, I was finally able to get a fucking appointment. I was very happy about that. I was there on Saturday.
Whoa.
Yeah. Mola, finally watched your Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 5 read yesterday. It was excellent.
Yeah, it's a video that took fucking ages to make.
Yeah.
I'm glad you like it.
I really only care when bad stuff makes a lot of money and it upsets me. I don't believe in good content. There's only bad and average. Well, it's probably not too wrong at the moment, to be fair. Who's it next time? Hi, Metal, looking fresh. Thank you. How you doing? I just watched the Loki trailer. I can't wait to see how they fuck up even more by having a show about time travel into multiple timelines.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
Hello, Metal. It was Easter. It was very chill. I had a friend over and we played this game all the long weekend, and it's very good. Your watcher bring me meme inspired me to try head tracking myself. Almost done making a Mauler head model. Ooh. Just take a screenshot of the faces and shittily overlay it. Hi Mupschly. Anybody else hiding in your stream? It's the Fringled and the Mupschly, yes. Hello Fringled and Mubler. Holy shit, Metal, you stream since when? Can't remember the last one. Was it before the pandemic? Yeah, I had a corona for 7 years. Another Bucky has Sam use guns for some reason. Okay.
Oh, the joke. You're banished from life.
New Cap winking at his partner when facing up against 5 soups was annoying as fuck. Don't use guns when using guns, but conflict almost instantly. That sounds like John Wick. Wow, Metal, you went to a barber? How many grandmas did I kill? I don't know, like 70. Worth the sacrifice, if you ask me. I'm looking fresh. Metal looking like a dado boy. I didn't go like full short tisms. Yeah. My brain was going somewhere with this, but then it failed, so I mean, you know how it goes. Anyway, so now I have 4 mining vessels. Actually, wait, why did you guys stop mining? Don't they take over the commands from?
No.
Can't find any more asteroids. Well, that's your problem.
No.
Shut it, nerd.
Oh. Do you guys know that Vegas has been fucking over Jay so much that his video would have been out like a week ago had it been working?
I saw it on Twitter. I was wondering what was wrong that it just doesn't work at all.
It's a big sad face. I didn't have any issues in doing the Snyder Cut one. Vegas was very nice to me. I think it knew what was going on.
Vegas was mostly nice to me with Crash.
Thanks for the 5 Eurotisms. Got the fresh cut, Metal Commander, more like Coom Commander, because all the guys and gals creamsicle their pantaloons looking at the fresh mug. Oh boy, Jelly's sure lucky to have you sitting on his face. Look at this big old hanka hanka.
Ew. Hanka hanka.
Hanka hanka. Yeah, thank you. I will not show you my hanka hanka though. That's mine. Can't remember my last haircut. I'm letting hair and beard grow. How to be Rasputin for Halloween. What's the goal of this game? I think the overall goal is to get to the center of this universe tism. it's like some kind of story, but it's more exploration thingies. You can build your own your star bases and stuff. It's just big old fun. Also, yeah, I called my ship the Schliemhorst. I think that must have been that's a thing that needs to be.
Gorgon Meek.
Can I share a meme I've got in my boys video once it releases in 2023?
Of course.
So I'm like going through it very slowly in detail about everything, and I keep reminding the audience about all the ways that none of this makes any sense. And when do you remember when? Wait, I say this. I don't even know if either of you do remember when Rhaena's head explodes in season 1 when she's talking to him about Vought.
I do remember that. Yes.
I do.
So like, my primary issue is like, why the fuck would the information on this new soup getting smuggled in matter when they've already got Kamiko, which is the exact same story? Like, it's 1-to-1. Like, why would it make a difference that there's another one? Like, what could that possibly add to her theories that they don't already have, which they brought up to her last season? So it's just like, I don't understand. There's a couple other things I want to talk about, and I was like, how do I present this? And I was like, I'm gonna lay out all the exposition for the scene, and then I'm gonna say, and her head explodes, and like, you know, just a second or two after it does, I'm just gonna pause it and then go, I have opinions about this. I think it's gonna land pretty well. It seems like it'll be funny.
Nice.
Poor Rhaena, though. I actually didn't hate her.
Da Vinci Resolve better than Vegas. Also like a free video editing thingy or something.
Premiere's pretty good, but
No,
Vegas, Adobe Suite's expensive. So.
You guys think overt, highly expository writing is being carried over from other mediums like comic books? I was just watching a comic books channel and read a newish Batman comic, and the dialogue was bad.
I think that overt dialogue is like a problem in a lot of mediums. I don't think it's there are plenty of books that have that issue, plenty of TV shows. It's easier to write, like, so I don't know if it's something that's unique to comics, though. Yeah, comics have a decent number of comics have that issue of just expositing big text box explaining, or speech bubbles explaining things. Yeah.
Yeah, we've become not that we already would anyway, but we're very much snooty dialogue aficionados at this point.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Genuinely to the point where bad dialogue makes me sad. I'm just like, oh.
Well, I mean, when we're watching Falcon and Winter Soldier, you know, like, if he was wrong about you, then he was wrong about me. It's like, oh, stop. Stop it.
Bucky is so reserved. Like, he would never just announce that shit in front of not only Falcon, but this random fucking therapist that he clearly doesn't like. I hate that bit so much. That's not fair. You rushed to the finish line. You were given characters that have amazing like things to do with, and you were just like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if it was this? Do it.
Falcon and Winter Soldier has Atla dialogue. I'd say it's still a little bit better than Atla dialogue.
You can't give him a break, can you, Frankie?
Well, Atla dialogue is so like Falcon and Winter Soldier is overt dialogue, but in a television show for like adults, you know. So like it's not quite as disastrously overt.
Guten Tag, Oberstufenführer von Lang. Hallo. There's some kind of story. Sounds like Fallout 4. Do games make you go to the center of the galaxy and nothing there but a super massive black hole? Well, maybe that's what I want. I thought you exploded. Nah, I just did the space jump. Hi, receive subscribe. You really deserve more subs. Oh, thank you. Glad you enjoyed the tisms.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah. Fake money.
Oh god, that was terrible.
Yeah,
it's much
that was
funny
really
humor
bad.
indeed.
And that's the kind of thing where it's like the writers have a goal, and they're like,
Yep.
we need to get across to the audience that this guy is prideful and he's unhinged. And I'm like, you could do it better than that, you fucks. Like, look at Metal. He's
Hello.
clearly unhinged.
Nah. I almost pooped myself. My anus
Again,
is
unhinged.
unhinged. People love that line. It's annoying. Wait, which line?
Well, do
What,
you
do
know who
you
I
know
am?
who I
Please
am?
don't
Do
tell me
people-
that.
Oh.
Or maybe they're saying if you're wrong about him, or then he's wrong about me or something. Maybe.
Wait, what? 80% of viewers turned it off at that scene? That doesn't seem right either. No
I
offense to
don't
the
buy
general
that.
audiences, but I don't have that much faith in them.
I'm pretty sure it's like the most popular show on right now.
And
I
not to mention that we didn't turn it off after that scene. We were just annoyed.
no. Why would anybody turn it off at that scene?
Yeah, I don't know what would offend you. It's just cringy dialogue, because obviously they're characterizing him this way. Don't you spit on me. Do you know who I am?
This is all Spurs Exploratory like Elite.
thought Ragnarok was cool.
Not
Oh,
sure. I
Ragnarok.
never played Elite. But it's like space exploration. You can build your own ship completely. Obviously, this one I got from the workshop because I'm not that talented in designing ships. I built one on my own, but the scaling wasn't very good, so I just got wrecked at some point. So it's like I'm not gonna rebuild my whole ship right now. I'm just gonna get one from the workshop.
You do know spaceships aren't real, right?
Shut up! It's real to me, damn it.
So maybe don't play children's games. Maybe play
Maybe
chess.
you should sleep because you're tired. Just looking out for you, okay? I see no hinges on him, so yeah, sure. You see Doomcock's video, 80%. Oh, you just read it out. My favorite part of the comics is when they explain how the powers work on a scientific level. Like any of the science in comic books makes any sense, even from the get-go. Where you should put some braids in your beard, look like a fuck-mothering warrior. Good God. What's some shows, movies with great dialogue?
Wait, what's that? Sorry.
Some shows or movies with great dialogue.
Anything that Aaron Sorkin has written has really good dialogue. Tarantino, obviously. Whedon.
These weapons are not gonna do shit for me. Well, I guess we're just going to do some space jumping for a while. Until I'm back where I was, right up there. It's gonna take a couple of minutes. Chads, do those exist in Britain?
Dude, the lines and the jokes in Ragnarok are so good that when Korg is he's got that weapon and he's like, yeah, this isn't very useful unless there were like three vampires that were huddled together. Like,
Hey Zinni, what's up? It's a game about spaceships intended for children. I guess getting back on the Batman bandwagon. I mean, we still have... How many episodes do we have to watch now? 2? 3?
I think 1 or 2, I think.
It's 2 for sure. I wasn't sure if it's 2 or 3. Yeah, we'll do it. We had this little a little breakage with all the video things that Longman did. That disgusting Longman. I hope he can't hear me because he's disgusting and smells bad.
Yeah, hang on.
Yeah, hang on. I thought it was just AFK in general. Is Batwoman getting better, aka worse? Oh, second season is fucking dreadful.
Yeah, second season's not as fun. Like Ryan is kind of insufferable, whereas Kate was really amusing.
Yeah. Alright, let's see. Where's that? That boy.
Joss Whedon is a good writer, but from what I've heard, a bad person. Death of the author. Yeah, I mean, basically, like whatever he's like in person. I don't know. He's good at writing dialogue and characters.
Yeah.
I think it's really weird that everybody,
Fuck?
whenever you find out that like some writer or something was maybe questionable, and then just like not, I don't know, why are we pretending like he isn't good at writing? He wrote Buffy, he did Avengers, and we're all pretending like Avengers isn't good either, for some reason.
Yeah. Where's the valuable tism? It's gonna be somewhere here. I'm like in the beginning area anyways, who cares? Who fucking cares? What does it matter? When's next meme fab? Last one had older memes. I think there's still one in the can, I think? I have like no concept on what has been released and whatnot. But I think we probably have to do another one again, so... I absolutely love that get help scene because it starts out as a standard plan, but then he just grabs Loki and throws him at the guards. Where am I going? Okay. I guess this could be a thing? Huh. Space Ninja. If no, this game sucks. Well, sorry. Metal, where'd you get your haircut? On a farm? Oh, it was in the city. God. Hey, Metal, you look less ugly. Well, thank you. Well, a re-release is better than nothing, I guess. Well, it's not good. Wait, what do you mean re-release? If you mean the meme fab, it's gotta be a new EFAB, not a re-release EFAB. Because we did do some. Nothing here. Go kill some pirates. Meme made that's part of a nightmare anthology posted amongst Discord. I'm not sure if safe for stream. Oh, okay.
Win is pretty tismy with world building though, Fringy. Yeah, maybe, but a lot of people are. But also, character is king, so.
UDC animated movies are starting to look a lot like Archer art style wise. Okay. Can be a space drug smuggler in this game. You can smuggle stuff, yeah. I don't know if you can smuggle drugs specifically, but it's you can be a space pirate in this. The one meme fab a month won't be able to cope with all the memes. Whenever I'm talking about something and people say like, don't you know X is a horrible person, or don't you know X happened to them? It's like, yes I do, and I'm dissecting their work as if the writer doesn't exist, yeah? Can you smuggle the drug of love? Maybe.
Fringy, is world building easier than making characters? I don't know if I could say one way or another. I just think the characters are more important than world building. Good world building is great, but like a fantastic world with really flat characters is not much of a story.
Is world building easier than making characters? That's a question for like nothing. I don't think any of it's easier than anything else, really.
Yeah, I think world building can be incredibly complicated depending on how many modifiers there are, you know? Like if
Like,
you're telling a story...
There was no flaw in 12 Angry Men's world building, but I mean, how
No,
you fuck that up?
doesn't have world building, yeah.
Meanwhile, the flaws in Lord of the Rings' world building are pretty minimal compared to how incredibly like complicated all is.
Yeah.
Oh, that was it?
Buffy has complicated world building for sure. It's a tough one to write, all of that.
Lame.
I think people, I've said this on stream a few times, but people tend to get really caught up in world building to the detriment of characters and plot. I feel like that is the most common problem that people who are like trying to write a book for the first time run into. Just focus on character first. People can tolerate a shitty, well, not a shitty world, but people can tolerate a world that isn't as good if the characters are awesome. I mean, you know, think about the MCU, like, it's got a lot of problems, especially in world building, but a lot of its success just comes down to the fact that people like the characters.
Yeah. People are more
Don't
likely
remember
to
any-
talk about good characters rather than world building.
That's what we're there for. We're not there to observe a world. We're there to see characters
Well.
in that world.
If you have decent world building and no characters, you might well, not no characters, flat characters. Okay, chat, don't eat me. But like, what do people talk about with the prequels? Where they're like, oh, the world
That's
building was
true.
Because that's the thing. I genuinely think if someone was to be able to rewrite the prequels by keeping everything but only improving dialogue, that those films might even jump like significantly in terms of how good they are. It's not even, well, I was about to say it's not even that it's overt, it's flat, but it's like, oh, there's overt shit in the prequels as well.
People are saying Warhammer 40k. I guess, but Warhammer is a game, right? That's like the main appeal. You build an army and then you fight other people, so it's not. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I guess people are in it for a different thing when it comes to Warhammer. Whoa, MCU has good characters. It does. Iron Man's really good. Cap's good. Spider-Man's good. Bad take, Fringy. I don't know anything about Warhammer. It's not a bad take. It's a nothing take. I asked if people think. I thought that people were into it mainly just to play like battles in space and stuff.
That just shows your ignorance, doesn't it?
Yeah, but the only reason I said that is because people were saying that Warhammer is like mainly people like it for the world. Warhammer 40k also has books. Yeah, I know it has books. I'm pretty sure I own one of them. I read a little bit of it.
Is it called Warhammer 40k: The Importance of World Building?
Dick.
Doesn't it depend on how much you draw the line between characters and world building because one affects the other, they're not separated? I think we can all reasonably understand what the difference is between a character and Aragon is a character, Middle-earth is a place.
Yeah, and
world building is setting.
This comes up in a lot of ways. Like, I think you just have to be a little reasonable on this. So, like, what is a flaw in a story that is a plot flaw versus a character flaw? And it's like, the gun has less bullets than it's supposed to, so the character can't fire them. That we probably categorize that as a plot flaw. However, if a character chose not to fire the gun, then it's like, oh well, that's a character flaw. But you can combo them up sometimes.
Yeah, I think character issues are usually decisions, and plot issues are usually circumstance. Internal versus external.
Well, the reason I bring that up is, of course, they'd be like, Aragorn is human, and so his decisions could be affected by whatever world building you created for man versus him as an individual character. Like, there's going to be a little bit of crossover, but we should be able to tell the difference.
Yeah.
Again, you know, the four categories or pillars I like to separate them into is they're all still a part of one big thing, and that is just the story. Like, it's just, I think that it's easier to separate them into four, and then those four have subcategories as well, right? Like, the world could be the world stage versus worlds, like, whatever, what all countries exist, how they interact, or well, countries, factions for more broad term. Yeah, there's loads of stuff.
Oh no, my miny boys are full.
Is Cyborg not mentioning the fact that he can use missiles to help the rest of the team with plot and character problem? That's probably more of a character one, I would say.
Yeah.
Because plot-wise, nothing has not worked in the plot. Everything is still functioning. His choice not to mention it and not use it is all on him. Which is a problem, but this is something else that apparently needs to be reiterated constantly. I could see you making a video on this, Ringy. Like, the actions characters take are more often indicative of their character than what they say, and writers don't seem to realize this.
Yeah, action is super important. What a character does says a lot more about them than what they say. I mean, that's the big thing, right? If you can convey stuff through action rather than just dialogue, or if you can find a way to do both, that's preferably the way to go. It's harder though. That's the problem. Plot, character, and world building for me. I don't know. I just prefer triangles. Yeah, but we gotta have theme in there too.
I want it though.
Yeah, theme permeates all of it usually.
Yep.
Doesn't have to exist, but at the same time, world building doesn't necessarily have to exist. Same for any of them, really. You might be able to get away. I don't know how you have a story without a character. That one's tough.
I'm not even sure how you have a story without a plot. I feel like the plot is still something, right? The sequence
Even
of
in
events
the
of plot.
well, it might be applicable for all four of these things that they always exist in a tiny way. So, like, if my story was just a guy in his house trying to cook food, and the story is how much he keeps failing, like, what's the world building there? Like, well, you can argue that even the what his living situation is indicative of the world that he's in a really small way.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is what I meant about like
a
all
story
four of
can
them being
exist without a
intertwining.
theme.
Like a story can exist without a theme. I mean, you try and give me a story that I cannot draw a theme out of. You're not going to be able to do
that
it.
was what I was going to say. I
This is
definitely
a
would
part
say
of the whole
that
TLJ criticism is that you can draw themes out of basically everything, and for some reason the video essay crowd think it's impressive whenever they do it.
Well, yeah, because I mean, the easiest thing would be if you have a standard hero's journey, the theme is probably going to be heroism. That is a theme. It's just an idea, and most stories have some sort of idea about them, even if it's a really simple story. You can pull heroism out of a lot of stories that are super not. It's not that, you know, some things are much more theme oriented than aren't themes the ideas the story's about. Well, I mean, I don't know about other people, but generally, if I have an idea, the theme is the reason why the idea even exists in the first place. Like, the theme is why the story exists a lot of the time.
One thing I'm confused about in the Buffyverse is that do evil people know about the existence of heaven and hell, and if so, why do they continue to do bad things knowing that they're going to be tortured for eternity after they die? It's pretty clear after a certain event happens that no one has any clue what actually happens when you die in that universe. And I think from what we're shown, different things will happen depending on the circumstances.
Shipyard. Nothing to refine. What you talking about, boy?
Your ship's upside down.
It's not.
Your ship's upside up.
Yes.
It's kind of funny. Upside down to me feels like an actual descriptive, like almost word, but really it's just your upside is the other way.
Yeah.
It's very simple, but at the same time it feels just like, yeah, we understand what that means.
Oh, I did the clicky of the wrong button.
How do you describe the difference between having a plot and things happen? Is there a difference? I don't think there is. I think things happening is the plot. It's like the sequence of events is the plot.
There's only shipyards in here.
And a story must have a sequence of events.
I need weapons!
There is no such thing as a story with no sequence, so...
Can you find up? Barely.
Yeah, like if a tornado crashes into the house, that's not a character having made a decision, but I probably would categorize it as plot. It's like, that's the plot blowing through.
Oh, wind, tornado blowing through. Nice one. Oh no, the German needs weapons. Oh yeah.
What are your thoughts on the
suppose
bad girl from Falcon and Winter Soldier blowing up the building with the guards tied up? I am very concerned the show isn't going to punish her enough.
I don't think so.
The MCU's got a bit of a problem right now, and that is it's forgotten the difference between heroes and villains.
That's bad for, you know,
Yeah, this is pretty bad.
Genres.
A story is about someone who wants something very badly but has problems getting it. A quote I can't remember the source from, but I don't see any themes in it. What do you mean? Greed, maybe?
Yeah, I was gonna say you can draw so many out of that. That sounds like a classic like want versus need story too. It's like what they needed the whole time was connection or some shit.
Yeah, what they needed was confidence in themselves, you know.
You see, Shrek wants his free swamp, but what he needed was more people to make a family with.
I mean, I
Also,
would
that's
take
a good movie.
He led us into a swamp.
My God, Mr. Frodo, he led us into a fucking swamp. It's like, Sam. It's like, what? We're not in the Shire. I can swear.
Yeah. Congrats to your April Fool's video, so good. Just wish I had the reference to see the fails by myself.
Just, if ever you question if it's a real quote, it is.
Yeah. So many mini tisms. What did you bring me? Oh yeah. It's another one I can claim. Oh, does this one have 2 to claim? No. Well, gotta collect that money flames. Well, remember the times when you felt like alien watching video reviews about The Last Jedi? Feeling nostalgic during Snyder praise period?
It was kind of the same experience. Like I said, what motivated me hardcore was like, this is a take that apparently doesn't fucking exist yet. And I felt that way about TLJ a little bit. With the Snyder Cut, though, majority of my established audience seemed to actually think Snyder Cut was good, which is a shame, but what can you do? And then this isn't some edgy take where we look at a 5 out of 10 and go, you know what, you shouldn't think that's great. This is a film that scratches a 2 at best, and people think it's a masterpiece. It's insane. And we're the biased ones, remember?
Yeah.
I don't even know how many points I made in that video, but the most responses I get are all, he's wrong, though.
Yeah. Everything thanks to the resub. Tism, and deflisms. Think about it. 2 soldiers in the battlefield are heroes for their respective sides and villains for the opposition. The terms are always subjective depending on your point of view.
The terms are always... Oh, you mean the term villain and hero? Well, it depends on what view we have. If it's like objective, as in we get to see everything roll out, we could probably make decisions ourselves.
Yeah. But I mean, where this comment stems from is that someone in Winter Soldier is not getting punished enough, Falcon Winter Soldier.
Well, at least the show seems to, like, even her friend says, you know, what the hell, you killed a bunch of people? So it's like, oh my god, the show actually has someone trying to point out what she did was evil. That's neat. But I don't know if it'll take. I have a feeling she's going to die by the end of the season. It's going to be sad.
The thing is, it doesn't matter who's hero and villain in that. Oh no, wait! Right after that, we said they forgot what villains and superheroes are. I think that's actually what this is referring to. Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't want to see people burning innocent people alive, and then no condemnation is done for them. That to me is a problem.
Yeah.
There's no like, oh, they might be seen as a hero from one point. It's like, no, there's no. What point of view do you have where you're like, oh, you're a hero if you burn people you've tied up and stolen from?
Okay, there's probably a secret stash in here, but in between here somewhere. But I don't have that deep scanner to tell me where it is. So if I don't find it, like, shortly with my eyes, I will not bother looking any further. Yeah, no idea where or if there's anything over there. When you hold thousands hostage and torture them, then fly away. Set the president with one division. High rags. Yeah, high rags. Is he somewhere in chat? I didn't see it. I see a Vin. Hey Vin, what up? I don't see I don't see a rags in chat. I think I've been bamboozled.
Horror can't be in space?
That's
What?
weird.
I feel like we're knocking out a whole genre here, guys. Like,
Ooh, did I crash my game? Oh, it's loading. Okay. Freeing while I watch Death Note, I would love to hear what he thinks of it.
you probably wouldn't.
Yeah. Hey, Mortal Genshin Impact is being accused of being racist and sexist by Twitter. Oh my god, what a shock. Which has made boycott Genshin to trend. The gacha game developed by Chinese company MiHoYo is popular in anime style, so it's inherently problematic according to Twitter. Okay. Some brown-skinned monsters are supposed to be indigenous people. There aren't enough dark-skinned characters for players, and the characters look underage. Okay. I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this info. Your thoughts on Avorion? Good stuff. It's very fun. Building ships is cool. And now we're just gathering resources and money to build our own space station, which is expensive as fuck. Or it can also be seen in space, because in space no one can hear you scream. Good god. Space is habitable, you only need to build it around it. You just need to build around all of space.
Build a dome out of space. Nailed it.
Easy. Ammunition, resource, trading post. Where's the equipment, Fleems? I need better weapons. Ammunition factory. No, I need equipment, dog. Be amused. Oh, okay. And they're just in their wrong. Hillchers aren't indigenous. I've never heard anyone complain about not enough white characters. I mean, Twitter finds a way. While you can shit on it, Death Note, I love the show, but I think there's quite a bit of floob.
Ragnarok has such a cool soundtrack.
You have a cool soundtrack.
The synth.
Well, did you watch anything on your own anymore? If I can wrangle up anybody to watch something with, I'll always choose that over watching on my own.
Yeah.
But I'm not against watching stuff on my own. I watch a lot of YouTube and trailers still on my own.
I just like the blind manner of space horror movies. It's boring and not scary. No, Odin, stop it. Subnautica is a horror game because you can't have horror underwater. Oh my god, Metal and Fringy. And Mauler! Yeah, hello. Where does Flume come on the Flism to Tism scale? It's like a bit above the middle. Slightly. In my opinion. Did Will just say he doesn't watch porn alone? Wait, who watches porn alone? That's like a family thing, isn't it? And I know, then again, I play Genshin, just copy my response on every hentai image. Are you finding these images to comment on? Where are you finding these images? For research, of course. Mauler, did you see the escape pod responding to your Zack Snyder video?
I have no idea who that is, but honestly, all the more power to everybody who's going to respond to my video. I'm sure I pissed off all of the people.
so many enemies, it's like aliens. Dipmos, oh, I fucked up that sentence. Ringy, have you seen the Gangsta Paradise Plague Doctor dance meme?
I have. It's hilarious.
Did you show Rags the Suicide Squad trailer? I haven't. I don't know if he checked it out yet. I do not know.
I was curious if, like, because I've not heard of the escape pod. I clicked the video, and one of the first comments I saw is apparently he said that there are so many. So, in reference to Civil War, I guess, because every time anyone talks about my views on film, they have to bring up that I think Civil War is good, like, because apparently that's a killer argument. And he said, in response to that fact, there's so many problems. A lot of the plot in Civil War is vague. Anyway, just an interesting thought.
Oh, okay.
And one of the
Checkmate.
top comments says, surely the plot of Civil War is nowhere near as vague as your comment about it. And apparently the defense on a lot of the things I point out is that we don't necessarily know how the thing works.
Okay.
Which is a great position to put your movie in. Well, you know what? I hope you enjoyed my video.
I did, I liked it. My response to Mauler's video, I agree.
I disagree to agree.
The response better not be longer than an hour and 10 minutes or it's a bad response. Efab him. Yeah, I think so was good. Only a massive would think that. Damn it, I'm a massive. Bro, I don't like Civil War with saying its plot is vague, it's just LMAO.
I don't think, yeah, like, even I'm like, the issues are that it's vague. Like, I know what people typically gun for with its issues. Vague is not, You also said Mueller has a bias toward the MCU. Man, my bias is weak as fuck. Like, it's not doing a good job when I shit on everything new from the MCU.
Metal, have you, Fringy, or Mauler played the Metal Gear Solid games? If so, thoughts? I think I'm the only one here who played them, right?
I played 5.
Right. I
really like Civil War, but I can't get over the fact the Avengers didn't bring up a government trying to nuke New York. So that was the World Security Council that are defunct at that point. And secondly, what would bringing that up do?
So now you said that, are you gonna answer the question?
Which question? I thought I did.
If you played Metal Gear Solid.
Oh no, you know that.
Yeah, I was just trying to make sure so that I'm not spreading fake news.
Fake news.
Yeah, I played them. I really liked the first one. I mean, I liked them pretty much all for gameplay. I mean, I couldn't really tell you what the story is, to be honest.
By the way,
if Al would be here, he could tell you more. He's pretty knowledgeable on that shiz, I think. But in general, it's like, yeah, I like the gameplay. Couldn't tell you what the plot is, to be honest. It's very roughly. A ton of things would resub.
Bringing it up would point out that the government control wouldn't make civilian casualties more accountable. So the entire point is that if a government is at fault for the people dying, that's something that the people put in power, versus a random superhero that just decided I'm gonna play God for the day. That's the whole point of Civil War. It's accountability. Who is responsible for what? Cap thinks it should be the individuals and that they take it in stride. Governments obviously believe it should be their decision to send you guys in, and where the fault lies if someone dies. For the record, I actually think that nuking in Avengers 1 wasn't entirely a bad idea from their POV. Like, there's a portal with millions of aliens running through. It's like, yeah, maybe nuke it. It will lose the city, but it'll destroy the portal and save everyone on Earth as a result. Like, that's not that bad. Of course, if they knew what we knew, which is that the Avengers have been trying their ass off to stop it, and that they have ideas of how to close it, they might have reconsidered. My only issue with Civil War isn't a real issue with the movie, but it's that Captain America was right.
No, he wasn't.
Metal Gear Rising Revenge is the only one worth playing. That one is great. That's a really fun game. I love that game. East over Metal, so
That
did you
game is
get your
really
Twitch
fun.
partnership? Or did the Easter Bunny hide it and you have to find it? I guess you have to find it. I haven't heard back for the partnership.
Takes a little
tisms.
while, I think.
But the funny part is with the when you have the what is it, the achievement thing, you get like prioritized allegedly, but I guess that's not true. But it also was Easter, so I don't expect anyone to answer me over Easter, to be honest.
Yeah, it's business days. I think they count.
Yeah, still waiting. Still waiting.
Captain America was right. Individuals should take responsibility for their actions by picking up a damn pen and signing the Accords. I was about to jump down your throat, but
Oh no.
you pulled it back.
So what's big issue is that Cromwell banned Christmas afterwards, which was uncalled for. Metal, you're not a thought, so not expected. Fair enough.
Wait, why isn't Cap right? I don't understand. So, fundamentally, if the world, so the Avengers don't have an accountability mechanism, they can cause a lot of collateral damage, and they just sort of go off and go back to doing their own thing, and they don't get held accountable for that. And the answer of, well, they saved the world isn't good enough. If a cop saves a bunch of people, but in doing so shoots an innocent person, they can't just be like, well, I saved a bunch of people and then get off scot-free. There's accountability. If you're in a war and you kill and you breach like the rules of engagement, or breach the Geneva Convention, you can't just be like, well, I saved a bunch of people. That's just not how it works. There is no how does signing the Accord solve that issue? They're now accountable to the United Nations. That's something. But they'd lose their freedom to choose. No, if at any point they disagree with the UN panel, they can just breach the Accords.
Also,
not signing
by
the
the
Accords
way,
doesn't help you.
if Fringy owns a gun and he has a body armor set and he goes out every night and finds people to save in alleyways, and then the police are like, motherfucker, stop, this is against the law. You have to sign this and you can join us as like a special forces task force that we're gonna help people. And then Fringy says, if I sign this, I don't get to choose when I help people. It's like, fuck you. You live in a society. You can't just go around doing whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
Just because they have
the UN
powers doesn't mean they're better than us, guys.
I think Captain America is right morally. He isn't right morally. How is he right morally? We get to do whatever we want and we're not accountable to anybody?
Boo.
So I just accepted a mission, and it says, hang on, where is it? Investigate missing freighters. For some time now, freighters taking a certain trade route have been disappearing. Pretend to be a freighter yourself and investigate. Sure, I'm a freighter.
Okay, now we got a few things to argue. I didn't feel any tension watching Civil War. When War Machine was shot down, I thought, man, he'll be up and running next movie. Not the fault of the movie, to be honest, just my own tismy view of not allowing me to join the movie. Oh, well then I can't really respond to that. Wait, but if S.H.I.E.L.D. was corrupt, what makes the UN not corrupt? It's not... Okay,
so
what
if you
makes
don't
the
trust
Avengers not
every
corrupt?
country's government, then why the fuck are you even on Earth at this point? It's
Yeah,
just
like at that point, you can't exist in the world at that point.
Yeah, like we have democratically elected governments. You can't just say, "Nah, I'll decide what's best for the country, thanks." That makes you no
Moral means
better
you're
than the bad guys.
Oh, okay. Moral means you're reporting to your own standard. There is no universal moral, Fringy. Yeah, no shit. But like,
Well, how does that make you right?
that doesn't make you right. Yeah. They had to act in the moment at the start of Infinity War when the Black Order attacked New York. From what we're told, that would violate the Accords. Yeah, but you see how Tony could do that? And he didn't have to go on the run because he signed the Accords. And when he needed to breach them, he did. I don't think you guys realize, like, you can sign the Accords and then breach them whenever you need to. But,
Yeah.
like, at least you can still exist if you sign them. That's the point. You sign them, and you're okay until you need to breach them. It's something that's mentioned several times. I mean, the killer counters is when Tony says, if we don't do this now, it's going to be done to us later. If the whole world is saying, you have to do this, and you say no, It's like, oh, cool, you can't exist in the world anymore. Good job, guys.
And remember, Man of Steel, for all of its shit, basically has Superman say, like, I don't care if you don't want me to do it, I'll do it when I want to. And he has the power to do that. The Avengers don't.
So Cap's basis for not wanting to sign the Accords is what happened in Winter Soldier. Oh, it's worth noting, guys. Cap's decision is totally informed from his perspective.
Yeah.
Like, the character work is sound. We're not criticizing it. It's totally sound that Steve thinks this. It's just that Tony's correct. If we were to actually, follow the argument to its conclusion.
Good potatoes. I'm pretending to be a freighter with my battleship.
No, you're wrong. I get that signing them up would at least put them off becoming criminals, but they did lock Scarlet Witch up even though she signed. She didn't sign. That's why she wasn't allowed to leave.
Yeah, didn't he say she's TBD or something? I can't remember.
To be determined. She hadn't decided yet.
And it wouldn't matter if she'd signed them because she fucking broke them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what if she did sign it? She should go to the raft because she fought against the fucking Sokovian Accord Avengers.
What's the point of the Accords then? Just punish them for collateral damage regardless of if they sign? Oh, they did. You go to jail. You can't operate anymore. That's the trade-off.
Yeah,
if you don't sign, you're not allowed to operate.
Your choice is retire or sign the Accords so that you only work when sanctioned. So, for example, when they go, oh my god, Godzilla's attacking Tokyo, guys, you've been asked to go in, and they do, and loads of civilians die, that's for the governments to then solve. Be like, your Avengers that we sanctioned to go in killed a whole bunch of people in stopping Godzilla, and it's like, they did, but it was our choice to send them in, and now, changes may be made at that point. Like, for example, we have to fire, I don't know, Scarlet Witch, she keeps killing people.
Why isn't Tony punished after Infinity War? Oh, I don't think Infinity War constitutes a breach of the Accords, actually. A giant alien spaceship lands on the ground. Like, what's he gonna do?
And he was specific. He said he wanted to make amendments, and there probably is one in there, like, if an immediate threat is presented to an entire city that you're in vicinity of, you don't have to wait for someone to say, hey, maybe you should stop people from dying. Which, by the way, is applicable to a police officer.
I was about to say, if, like, a cop hears a bunch of, gunfire, they can respond to that immediately.
Even if they're off duty.
So Tony didn't breach the Accords.
But even if he did, there would be a discussion. It'd be like, once fucking the Earth is not, like, the Earth gets, after what happens, it's not a surprise the Accords would need time to set back in, but that's the Russo's fault for not making them work.
That's the whole point of the Accords, is there is accountability if Tony makes the decision to do this. Then they can be like, all right, let's talk it through whether or not that was what the consequences should be. Isn't the Accords about jurisdiction in other countries? I thought the heroes were allowed to act within the United States if they have to, but when going to other countries you need permission. Well, that was one of the points, right, is you're US based, but like you go wherever you want. Yeah. How do we as like the US government deal with that?
This is the thing, I would love to talk to Cap in Civil War and be like, do you think it's right that you can just go into any country you want and decide what should happen?
Yeah.
Do you think that's right?
How is it any different than normally prosecuting them? What do you mean? They're not normally prosecuted. That's the problem. There's no accountability system.
And they want to take into account that they have saved the world, and they could save the world in future.
Mm-hmm.
Hence, incredibly complex situation. They managed to boil it down relatively well in this mainstream superhero movie.
And, yeah. The Accords are useless since the heroes do reflect upon their actions anyway. It would only fit anti-heroes and vigilantes. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that a government is probably not cool with Bruce reflecting on his actions if he jumped on a building and the debris killed like 10 people. I doubt the government's like, well, you felt bad about it for a week or two. That's cool with us.
Also, what do you mean useless? It makes it legal. That's the important part. Like, Tony literally says, if you sign this now to Cap, I can make everything that happened in the last 24 hours legal.
Yeah. Did Ross basically call the Avengers a bunch of nukes meant to be stored and then used, kind of like Winter Soldier? No. What happens is, Cap says, I think we've made the world a safer place. And Ross rightly points out, do you know where Thor and, like, Bruce are? Like, do you know where they are? If I lost a bunch of nukes, I'd be in trouble. But you guys aren't in trouble. You can fuck around.
Not
I don't
accounting...
think Ultron.
Yeah.
Like, Ultron, guys. They did that, And look at what happened. They didn't
did a-
ask anybody. They didn't tell anybody.
Good,
They
they
just
did a bad thing, but sign this document and it's okay. What? Is this a new concept to you? Like, the idea that you sign certain things, you give away certain permissions or rights or whatever, and it can change events that have happened prior in terms of their meeting. Like, yes.
Yeah, but Tony did Ultron. You're the team.
Yeah, in Age of Ultron, even they're specific about how this is a team thing, and they're taking responsibility for it as a team.
Iron Man 2. I successfully privatized world peace. Giving the government the leashes to super people is bad. That was the premise because governments do bad things. I hope you're not. Do you honestly think that it's better to have only Oh man.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
All right.
And I like that they're citing a movie that like is prior to Tony's major development, which is Avengers, Age of Ultron, and Civil War.
Tony did Ultron with Banner and nobody arrested him. The Accords wouldn't stop it. They would make him accountable if he did that ever again. Like, he'd probably get punished for that.
And this is the problem. To arrest Tony means you lose Earth's like greatest defender. This is the whole point of the Accords, is that this is a tough situation for Earth to make, to deal with. Do you think they want all their superheroes in the raft? It's like, no, but we also don't want you guys deciding who lives and who dies.
Mm-hmm.
So would they want Thor and Hulk to sign as well? Thor's complicated because he's not from Earth, so I'm not sure that there's anything they could do.
Also,
about
like the
him.
most powerful
Bruce,
in terms of he could fuck him up if he wanted to.
like Bruce, definitely. They'd want him to sign.
Yeah, Bruce would be signing. I believe Bruce would sign it out of guilt.
Which is funny because Nat thinks that he wouldn't be on their side.
Well, I don't know if that's more of a reference to Bruce would, but Hulk wouldn't. Like, I don't know how you look at that.
Yeah, like Thor wouldn't sign it probably, but Thor's not a human being on Earth, so. Oh, how would you all rate Endgame? I liked it when I saw it in theaters, but in hindsight, it's a pretty bad movie. I'd rate it a 2 probably.
Yeah, it's
Tony
not
may,
great.
Tony may have developed, but it doesn't mean what he said in Iron Man 2 is wrong, just saying. Are you citing him saying, I privatized world peace as a good thing, as a right thing?
Do you honestly think it's a good thing that a company is
Controls
in control
world
of world
peace.
peace?
Yeah, that is fucked beyond belief, but like, okay, if you think so.
Are you a libertarian?
I love my McDonald's safety. It's...
So Cap should be responsible for Tony's fuck up because they're a team. Remember, they're all accountable for things. Remember that the main thing that Steve did was he nuked the helicarriers in Washington, D.C. And a bunch of people got killed because of that. He's accountable for that. That was his decision.
It all as a... This is the thing, guys. Don't think of Ultron as the only instance. He had like fucking 9 on the board, and he only got through 4 of them, I think. So they leave room open for you to watch all of the MCU movies and think of all the different damages everything is done by people through reckless action.
Yeah.
I mean, the examples that Ross shows is in New York, Hulk jumped onto a building and rained debris on some people. He killed them. He didn't need to do that, but he did, because he wanted to kill the aliens more efficiently for him. And of course, dropping the helicarriers in Washington, D.C., that was super risky. A bunch of people got killed. And then you had Sokovia, which was obviously their fault, and Lagos, which was also their fault. Name me a company that's caused a fraction of the death and destruction of the US government in the last 20 years. What?
Wait, what was happening?
They don't have the power to do that. Why would they be able to do that? That's the whole fucking civilization we're a part of, is to prevent McDonald's from firing nukes.
There's no there's no...
Why are we having this conversation?
Yeah, I can't. And also, ExxonMobil and shit like that have caused catastrophic damage to Earth.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about there. The meat industry?
Even if all you'd prove is that the government have done bad things because of people in charge, and guess who are in charge of private companies?
Also people. BP Gulf spill? Yup. Still not even close. Okay.
I'm a little bit blown away, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
size world peace.
I'm just concentrating on this boss fight. I'm only half listening, and I'm very confused. I thought we were talking about Civil War, the movie, and
Well,
now
we
we're
were,
talking
but
about
then
McDonald's,
somebody said that
and now we're talking about McDonald's shooting nukes. I'm very confused.
Somebody said that privatizing world peace is a good idea. Like,
Hey, Diddler, thank you for the resub.
Taco Bell world peace.
This is the thing, man. After seeing everything they've done, and then on the news, it's like the Avengers have resisted government intervention to hold them accountable for the thing. I'd be like, those fuckers. Like, they think they can do whatever they want. Like, I imagine public perception of the Avengers was falling apart after Sokovia.
And then when Cap and Bucky fought a bunch of German, like, special forces people, it's pretty catastrophic.
Oh, dude, imagine it got out. Like, you're watching the news report, you have like 30 officers from the German police are injured, maybe one of them or two of them are dead, and you know, you're like, who did it? And it's like, well, Bucky and Captain America. And you're like, what? Why? And then it gets out, it's like, well, they used to be friends back in the day.
Friends, yeah.
So Cap is just deciding that his friend is worth all these German soldiers' lives, or police, whatever, and it's just
all right. Captain America should get a pass on the helicarriers, though, since he saved 90% of the population. This is not how the world works. You can't kill innocent people and then be like, well, I saved the world.
What if I save a bus full of children, but Donnie is on there, and I don't like him, so I kill him? I'm just like, yeah, fuck Donnie. And it's like, you can't do that. It's like, well, I saved the rest of them. Like, I know
you could have
saved
saved
the rest
the
of them.
world better. That's the point. You could have done it better. Fringy, you just got me out of context. I'm not citing Iron Man on making world peace a private business. I'm just saying that development of a character can also go downhill. They may be right on something, but anger, guilt, anything could make them go the wrong way. So you're saying that you do think that that was the right thing to do, and that he has regressed by deciding that that's not the right thing to do?
Yeah, I
His
mean,
perspective has changed.
I was right in the whole film, except for when he rages out at the end. And a lot of people don't even fucking realize that shit. They're just like, he was an asshole throughout the whole movie. It's like, no, he's not.
Government oversight is not a good thing for the Avengers. Good example being Iron Man 2. Corrupt congressman turns out to be Hydra. Remember, government officials can be and are frequently bought.
Okay, so we've established that all people can be evil, so now what do? Nothing, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we go to the governments, the democratically elected governments, we do what we can to work with them. That is the only thing we can do in this world, guys. That's the best thing we can do. You don't just go, fuck it, I'm a vigilante, lol. And if you want to be like, well, what about Batman? It's like, okay, so all these contexts are very, very different. And the one for the Avengers is that they are very public. They have like a HQ. There's loads of them. They randomly just go out into different parts of the world and do whatever they want. Batman is a guy who dresses in black, that goes out at night and hits like low-level criminals.
What about World War II when the government dropped 2 nukes on Japan to save US lives? They probably saved Japanese lives. You do realize that the nuking of Hiroshima and Nagasaki are very controversial, right? Like, people don't agree on whether or not that was the right thing to do. That's contentious. And we never had to deal with that before. That was the first time that we ever used nukes, and the only time we've ever used nukes. We don't have a good point of reference in terms of whether or not that's the right thing to do.
And you've got, what should Cap have done different if he doesn't destroy them? Hydra takes control and their plan is back on? Nope, they were neutralized. He just got rid of all the targeting computer shit. So at that point, all they can do is shoot randomly. And if you think Hydra's going to do that, then I don't even know what the fuck the point of Hydra is at that point.
If Cap deactivated the guns, wouldn't have Hydra just activated them again? I imagine they had backup or redundant systems, and Cap didn't have enough time to guard the USB ports, right? I don't know why we'd have any reason to believe that they could get them back.
The whole conversation he has with Fury is Fury's like, we should, you know, reclaim the carriers at that point. He's like, no, let's destroy them because no one should have access to this. That's his logic. Not Hydra might take control back after we remove it.
Oh, this is a server from some friends of mine and me. I'm typing with them in the in-game chat-roonies.
I agree with Cap on a moral level that we shouldn't have access to weapons as strong as those 3 helicarriers. So do you think we shouldn't have nuclear weapons either? Because they're more powerful than the helicarriers.
Not only that, bro, in that universe, we're getting alien attacks.
Yeah,
I agree
that
with
might be
Fury.
really
We need this
useful.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, remind me, what saves everyone's lives in Age of Ultron? It was a car,
Yeah.
right? Oh no, helicopter? No, it was something bigger. I can't remember. The helicarriers are worse than nukes. What?
No, they're not. Because a nuke
you know what
could
a nuke
destroy the
does?
helicarrier. Do you know how big the explosion from the Tsar bomber was? Like, it's insane.
Weapons power gets abused. This is true. That doesn't mean Cap was right that no one should have access to anything bigger than a fucking pistol.
Yeah. They were using it to target people, not aliens. Yeah, but once you reclaim them, you can use them to target the aliens.
You don't have to kill humans with them. Let's get rid of pistols. Those Hydra guys were shooting people with them. You're like, yeah. I don't even know anymore. I'm getting a little lost. I'm supposed to be criticizing the boys.
Do they have nukes in the boys?
No, but they tried one on Homelander, apparently.
So they do have nukes, so you lie to me.
Well, we never see it. We're only told about it.
No, liar. You're floopy, gloopy. Taco Bell helicarrier, go to extra hot sauce level.
What caused Ultron to be created? The threat of mass destruction from outer space. Okay, we need weapons, I guess. I don't even know where to begin.
I don't know what to say to that, yeah.
Because you made something that went wrong, you should never make anything again. It's like, alrighty then. See how far we get with that one. Season 2 boys vid coming along? Yes, it is. It's still going to be a long time, though.
What I'm learning from this conversation is that people have some very interesting opinions on governments and weapons and accountability. Yeah. Yeah.
I always thought it was a killer argument to just say, like, imagine the police just weren't the police. They were just a bunch of guys with guns and they run around the country killing people that they think are evil.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, is this cool with you? It's like, oh no, it's different because I know Cap is a good guy. It's like, oh.
Well, that's the problem. It's POV. You know that Cap's the good guy. But if you lived in this world, you would want the Sokovia Accords.
Dude, after watching what happened with the Triskelion, I'd be like, I don't know if Cap's a good guy. He's kind of an idiot sometimes, possibly.
Yeah.
He takes his principles so far that it gets people hurt, and he doesn't even seem to... I would argue he doesn't seem to care, because I don't think we're given any, like, speech by him where he's like, I understand what... Because his accountability is more so with the people. He wants to talk to them, he wants to figure out that they've fucked up. He doesn't necessarily want to stand on the world stage and be like, yep, so this was a decision I made it for these reasons, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Even that's not acceptable as far as I'm concerned. I'd be like, who the fuck put you in power?
Frankie.
I just like, oh, imagine the controversy. He comes on for an interview and they're like, why don't you work with the government? He's like, I don't trust them. Like, fucking hell. And, you know, like not Black Widow, Scarlet Witch deciding that the group of people in the building were worth less than the people on the ground. That's a big one for you to watch as a family member of the people in the building and be like, oh, she gets to make that decision, okay.
Cap probably shouldn't have destroyed the helicarriers in that way. How many people was it that died in Civil War? Probably a decent number of people, and that's Cap's fault.
They didn't even show the Hulk scene yet. They hadn't gotten around to it. That one's terrible. From Age of Ultron, of course. And I'm not saying that to be critical of Age of Ultron. Even Age of Ultron is aware that that scene is horrifying for the world.
Yeah.
What if Scarlet Witch had just threw the explosion up, and away? If she had thrown it behind and up, then it might have saved them. But she pushed it away and up, which is perfectly natural, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because she was strained like hell.
Let's see, do we get some new weapons? I don't have Xenion yet.
What I find interesting is that it's not when people review Civil War, it's less the film is presenting ideas with characters who have ideas that conflict. It's I have the correct idea and this film doesn't. This film's bad.
I'm confused. So is Tony absolutely right according to you all, and Cap has no ground to stand on? Cap's position is totally informed from his perspective, but Tony is right. Just pragmatically, he's correct. And even on the principle of accountability, he's correct. There should be a checks and balances system on the Avengers.
And to disagree with that, I think leads you to insanity, and it's all in the movie. He says we're no better than the bad guys if we do whatever we want whenever we want. It's supposed to be a part of the world, not deciding what the world should be for your own like interest.
In short, best case scenario, you sign the government isn't bad to you and you can do the hero work you need to. Worst case scenario, you sign the government turns out to be bad, so you have to break the accords, but at least you weren't hunted as a criminal up to that point. Basically, that's basically
the
it.
conclusion to make. I don't know what you can fight against in that conclusion. Nice one, Gax.
So the follow up is the government to check on the Avengers. Are the Avengers to check on the government? No, it's the government to check on Avengers. The whole idea with government is that we are a check on the government. We as the people, the democracies. It's meant to be basically the way that that the populace has a way to oversee what the Avengers do. It's indirect, obviously, but it's government. It's imperfect. This is why I find the movie so compelling. I understand both points of view, and it makes sense why those characters would make those decisions. Yeah, it's a great movie. The fact that people even debate about it, I think, is evidence that it's a really good conflict to bring up.
Right back.
One of the first indications I had that it was good, but I watched like 10 reviews of it, and I think it was about 4 to 6. The Cap was that Iron Man was right, the Cap was right.
Yeah.
Which is seriously hard to do. Compare that to BVS. It's like, who do you think was right? It's like, what do you mean? They didn't disagree on anything. They were just angry.
Yeah, I don't even know what it means. Tony is correct, but he's wrong to give powers to the UN. The UN is terrible and bureaucratic. I don't. What other government could it be?
This is the United Nations. What do you say? 117 countries have signed it.
117 countries, yeah. Which is
when it comes to authority on Earth. Like, if you don't want to deal with 117 countries on Earth, I don't know what your overall ideas are anymore. Like,
I don't think you know much about the UN. I know a decent amount about the UN. What I'm saying is, who else would it be but them? Specifically, the United States government. Like, who else could it be? Create a new organization? Isn't it likely that the new organization would run into the same issues that the UN has?
I don't see why any organization wouldn't run into the issues the Cap brings up. That's kind of the point. It's like, yeah, we haven't got a great choice on this. Who should decide when the Avengers attack? It's like, well, I don't know that anybody. This is the God problem again. It's like, who should have this level of power? And it's like, as the viewer, you're like, well, probably Cap, I guess. He's a good guy.
They're basically all US citizens? Nope. Wanda isn't a US citizen. And what even is Vision in terms of being a citizen? I'm not sure if Natasha is a U.S. citizen either.
Oh, sure, randomly if you go silent.
That doesn't account for like all of the missions they do outside of America. It's like, what are we doing about that?
America. Oh, right, my
Yeah,
mighty
Black Widow
boys.
is Russian, that's what I'm saying. But again, it's just...
Look at Thor. Does he count as
And
American?
T'Challa's not a U.S. citizen either. Yeah.
No.
Thor is a Swede. Well, he'd be
Like,
Norwegian,
I just wonder
right?
if do we expand this way further? Like, guys, do you think police forces should listen to the governments or the, cities to just do whatever they want? If we can find someone who's really good-hearted, should they decide when people should be defended or not? I said with Superman, it's like the only time that a super being could be like, I'm gonna save you whenever I want to on my terms, and you can't stop me because I'm so powerful. Literally, like I could crack the earth in two if I wanted to.
It's dangerous, I don't like it.
Well, that would be out of my concern. If you fucking said that, I'd be like, Jesus Christ, I hope you're never upset.
I love you, Superman, you're my favorite. Please don't hurt me.
And that's what gives you Homelander.
Ragnarok is such a cool movie.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
You know who doesn't like it?
Everyone
Sakara's
else.
awesome.
Dude, Jeff Goldblum in that movie is hilarious.
Yeah, he is really
It's like
funny. I
perfectly
was so
cast as well.
I remember I was really disappointed that people weren't laughing at jokes that I found hilarious in the cinema. Like, people didn't laugh much at Jeff Goldblum. It's like, dude, everything he says is, like, brilliant.
My cinema was lit up. That was the first movie in a long time that I was crying with laughter. Like, my eyes were
Yeah.
actually having trouble maintaining stability.
Well, I guess that place is not safe. Did I lose any of my mighty boys? I lost that one mighty boy again. Sad days. Anyway.
I'd be so scared if Snyderverse Superbad was real. You should be. In that case, he's fucking horrifying. Dude, imagine the news report. Like, Superman is resurrected and he tries to kill all of the new heroes as well as the police.
Well, I'm dead.
I think the idea of giving the UN power over the Avengers is terrible. I don't know. I feel like...
What government should have power over the Avengers? The answer is none of them. And so, then what do? It's like, well, they can't be controlled by themselves. So now what? Besides, the Accords are only the beginning. It's just like step one. Who knows what would happen next? Because, easy scenario, right? Like, some hostile takeovers happening somewhere, and the UN vote 60-40, or whatever the fuck it works in terms of against for sending them in. And the Avengers are like, fuck, we really need to go over there, though. I think that creates a really awesome, interesting movie where Iron Man has to figure out how to be able to help people like that without looking like he is. Because you have Fury and...
government can be trusted with the power of the gods. They're not gods, they're people, and they're fallible.
I assume they're just appealing to the power level rather than, like...
Oh, maybe.
This is the thing, if you have the power to send Thor whatever you want, I'd be like, Jesus Christ, who has control over him?
Frame. Oh
And
my
that's-
god, that's so... No, I'm out of here.
And that's kind of the point that I would make with all of this, is that they may have signed, but that doesn't mean they have complete, like, they've given away their autonomy entirely. That, in fact, it really doesn't mean that at all.
Yeah, I don't see that it would.
Like, a lot of people presume, they go, Iron Man, I want you to kill this bus full of children. You signed the Accords, you have to. He'd be like, nah. I'm gonna go against that one. But then at the same time,
Hazard
Godzilla's
zone.
attacking. Or Thanos 2, you know, he's portaling in. I imagine the UN would be like, please go and stop him, Avengers.
Jesus, even more. What is happening? Fuck.
With Thor, they would have to make some kind of deal, and they'd have to see what Thor says, and then hope he doesn't break it, basically. There's not a lot they can do about Thor, that's just a reality.
Yeah.
Oh, my poor frames.
What if someone a little less morally upright in the Avengers were to join? Yeah, these are all things I'd love to see stories about, but Civil War was the only one that had the balls to do this.
Yeah, the rest of them gave up.
Because that's the other thing about Civil War that I think is unfair. It's like criticized for how well it executed this whole thing when none of the other films even bother trying to get close to addressing any of this. They pretend they live in, you know, nonsense world. Remember Wanda holding a town hostage? Oh well, she's like a crazy demon god now.
She can do whatever she wants.
This thing, I don't even. They've mentioned that the Accords still exist. I don't think we're ever going to get any more than that.
I don't think so. I think they've given up.
And this is the thing: if anyone says Civil War sucks because it has no consequences, it's not Civil War's fault that no one cares about Civil War going forward.
How would Doctor Strange factor into the Accords? Boy, he's a human being.
I reckon
So-
he'd probably sign. I don't see why he wouldn't.
I think
but
he
he would
would,
do it with
yeah.
like a smirk on his face.
Yeah. They'll never know how much you sacrifice. Yeah, that was a disastrous line.
You know, like a spider monkey. That's kind of what I'm imagining. Is that they'd be like, this spider monkey guy, he defeated the molten thing. Can we get him to sign? It's like we can't find him, and he didn't turn up ever again. That's weird. And that's how I would picture what happens when the Accords say that the Avengers can't do something. It's like, wow, this is weird. This guy called Metal Man turned up, and he's covered in metal, and he's destroying them all. Is that kind of seems like Iron Man? Then Tony's like, huh? No, I don't know anything about that. That's weird. You could literally have Tony create a whole new persona in like a distant part of fucking Russia. It's just everything's remote operated. What's the Russian word for metal?
Blotchka. Mootle. Mootle man. Stalin.
Oh, there we go. That's easy. Metalishki Shikovlik. There you go. The Russian word for titanium is Titan. We'll just call him Titan. And Iron Man can do a complete new design. He can have a whole bunch of shit over there to pretend as though it's a HQ or something. I don't know. I want this movie to happen. Let's do it. Titan's possibly the most generic superhero name, hence why I would use it, because it's like it's not even a real one. I feel like that's why it would be neat.
Here's the deck and there on the sea fell and starts from town. Oh, okay. Oh, pick it up. Some metal. Oh, I made a diddle. I didn't, but I guess I did. I didn't intend to, but I did it anyways. That was big brain stuff by me. Any more items?
Who do you think will head up the Avengers now that Cap and Iron Man are gone? It's probably going to be Captain Marvel, but it ought to be someone else, like Doctor Strange. Maybe.
Captain Marvel, please don't.
I would choose Doctor Strange, but whatever.
Yeah, I feel like Spider-Man. I could see that eventually, like after some more movies.
I reckon the Doctor Strange should be his next mentor. It would be awesome. He can be way more standoff.
Well, he's showing up in Spider-Man 3. That's been confirmed.
I imagine that's more tied to the multiverse stuff, but like, what I'm going for is like, you know, through circumstance, those two, he starts trying to train him, but it's just an entirely different relationship than with Tony.
I like the idea of Daredevil, but I'm not sure if that would ever happen, so...
You could even have Doctor Strange die at the end of a significant arc so that Peter keeps losing all of his mentors until he becomes like a leader.
It's like, sucks!
He can be Doctor Strange Boy Jr.
Yeah. I reckon Spider-Man will. No, it won't. It won't be him. I'm saying it ought to be him later on, but it won't be. It's going to be Captain Marvel for sure.
I agree. Hopefully it's Martian Manhunter.
Charlie Cox is going to be
just arrives, lands at Tony's house, and you're like, Tony's alive? You're like, yeah, fuck it, whatever. And he's just like, my name is Martian Manhunter.
I care about this universe now. Ooh.
You can even do like Doctor Strange's portion of mentoring is more so just about being more deliberate and careful about everything, because Tony's was obviously a lot more reactive.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep fire when Manhunter's unstoppable. I guess so. In the comics, they used pyro tranquilizers to weaken him.
Neat.
Yeah. And then
I love that excuse. He didn't get involved in any of the battles of the DCU because there was always fire.
It was always fire.
Shit.
What a hero.
Just bring a match whenever you're gonna fight him.
Yeah, it's like, no, my one weakness.
Oh, guys.
I really like Spider-Man in the movies until Far From Home ruined him. Far From Home didn't ruin him, you're wrong.
Why did it ruin him?
Because people hate Far From Home.
Why?
Because they already hate Spider-Man. So the way it works is like whatever the quality of the Spider-Man film is, knock 5 points off, and that's where you'll be for the like Randy perception.
Yeah, but why though? I don't understand.
So Homecoming gets knocked down to like a 4, and then Far From Home is knocked down to like a fucking 1.
Oh, okay.
He almost blew up a bus full of kids. Yeah, by accident.
Yeah, so the fact that he doesn't want that to happen means his character is intact. That's plot
Yeah.
you're concerned with there, not character. If Wonder Woman accidentally blew open that building, like she hit them together and then she went, oh my good fucking god, what the hell? I didn't know that was gonna happen. which wouldn't make sense, but we'd be like, oh, okay, that's better. Why is MJ black? I don't know. I don't know why they would ruin such things.
OP. I'm glad I saw that OP. I was like, wait a minute. Hello Mola, thanks for streaming. Also hello Mootle. Hello. Eat shit, Freddo. Wow.
No, the criticism goes to Tony Stark, which is a fair criticism of Far From Home. I think they failed to characterize Tony properly. Hey, Ringy.
Yeah.
What's better, Winter Soldier or Far From Home?
Probably Far From Home.
Oh, I'm gonna get you in so much trouble.
So excited. So much trouble. Okay, so this thing here is out of limits, apparently.
I don't know when you guys recently rewatched it, but I rewatched Winter Soldier like 2 days ago. Rewatched Winter Soldier.
People will freak out.
Oh yeah, I was about to read that out.
You know, you guys should realize that EFAB is filled with hot takes, but they're hot takes not because we're like we're looking to do hot takes, but we're just like, oh, by this system that has been fully chiseled out thanks to TLJ, we're now seeing that other films don't quite match up as well as we thought they did.
Fringy also said First Avenger is better than Winter Soldier. It is. Winter Soldier is the weakest of the Captain America films.
Good God.
I like Winter Soldier, but yeah. Yeah, Slow QB, you basically got it right.
Civil War, First Avenger, Winter Soldier. I haven't seen First Avenger or Winter Soldier in forever.
Remember, I recently rewatched these films, guys. Like, I'm watching Thor Ragnarok now. I've been rewatching these lately.
We watched Civil War yesterday again.
I have good memory.
Turns out Civil War was pretty good.
Oh yeah, I watched Civil War on my own recently, and it was very good. Because for some reason
What's
there was
wrong with
like
the elevator fight?
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Shit, no, I forgot what I wanted to say.
Damn.
Wait, Civil War.
Give you
Oh, right, I watched Civil War because for some reason people were saying that Civil War is worse than something. Was it Justice League? Probably. It was something
Maybe
dumb, and I wanted to watch something while I had food. And then I rewatched it and was like, no, this is wrong, and you're all bad.
Yeah, what's wrong with the elevator fight? So one of the things you might... So, a problem I noticed with the elevator fight is that, it seems like everybody except Cap is against Cap, but 3 or 4 of them fumble around with each other. Because if all 9 of them had, like, gone for Cap, he couldn't have possibly won that fight. But Rumlow is wrestling with this other dude. It's really weird. All of them seem to be on the same side, but they're not. Because of they're, like, fumbling over each other. So, there's that. The freeway fight, it's kind of stupid.
Should we talk about lightsabers? I'm more than willing to talk about the lightsabers.
Lightsabers?
Yeah, they use lightsabers to escape through the ground. It's like a video game where if you just press A on the floor, it just makes you teleport to safety.
So
it's pretty hilarious.
They capture, so it's a filming error. No, that's just like a flaw. I don't even think that's a filming error. I think they did that on purpose. They told them to fumble around like that, and that people wouldn't notice, but I did.
Oh, you're so smart, Fringy. Oh.
Well, the fact that they capture Captain America and like Black Widow and put them in the last truck instead of the front or the middle so that they can escape. That's really cool. And they go up to the door and open it up with their guns drawn. It's like, did you expect them to escape? How come nobody noticed? Why didn't you have more than 2 people guarding them? Why did you put them in the last truck instead of the middle one? Why did Zola explain his evil plan to Cap instead of lying?
You know,
told them every...
if I were like one of the Randys and I was like, what's the plan, boss? It's like, so you guys are gonna all surround Fury's car and try and break into it. It's gonna take you ages and you have all this device and stuff. It's like, but contingency plan, we're gonna put Winter Soldier all the way over here in case Fury decides to go down this road, and he's gonna use a device that will auto flip his car, rendering him unable to move. It's like, hey, do you mind if we use that at the beginning? They go, no.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
And also, how do you explain that later on when the news is like, hey, so 30 police officers killed, like, one of the most important figures in the government departments? How does the government not collapse after that? And escapes through a hole, and then, I don't know how he dug that hole and got the dirt out, but also, why didn't Winter Soldier follow him and kill him?
Makes no fucking sense at all.
When Winter Soldier shoots Nick Fury, he just hangs around out the window looking through for long enough for Cap to see him so that he can chase him.
Yep.
Winter Soldier is filled with problems. You guys were like, oh, this crazy take from Fringy. You gotta rewatch the film.
I don't know, man. They always feel our takes are crazy, but then they forget that we don't say these things lightly.
Yeah.
I do, because I'm stupid.
Fuck you, Metal.
Sorry. Here's some shield generators. Still weak? Well, fuck that shit. Take away your shields, little clown boy. Let's be some weapon. Triple chain gun turret. And then put a
Fury escaping via a manhole covered cut with his lightsaber is insane. It's very insane.
I remember that being where I was just like, I was watching it with Smiler for the first time. We were both like, I don't know what the fuck that was. Because I remember liking the action scene and being like iffy on the whole how they approached it, but that lightsaber shit, I was like, well, you just ruined that whole scene. Thanks.
Yeah.
Only 2 more. Good God. Before I go, did you all see Knights of the Old EFAB? Did we? Maybe, I don't know.
Hard to keep track these days.
Yeah. Possible. Fringy's always upside down. Get wrecked, Fringy. Metal hates John Wick because he's racist against Keanu people. That is true.
That is true. That is also true.
How dare you steal my feelings? You guys have opinions on the Ghost Rider movies with Nicolas Cage. I know I enjoyed them. I think I've seen that one like a million years ago. I think it was fun. That's all I remember.
Favorite David Fincher movie?
Did you make Gone Girl?
He
He
did.
did, and yeah, obviously, that's the only one that I would have as a hot take in terms of one of my favorites. But I didn't really want to say Fight Club or Seven.
I was gonna say maybe Social Network.
It's probably the only ones I've seen of him. Fight
Yeah,
Club.
the only ones I've seen are Alien 3, Fight Club, 7, and Social Network. So
I really like Gone Girl. I think it's awesome.
I need to watch that one.
The girl is not coming back mutually. Stop.
She totally is. Shut up.
Liar.
Was Nick being really hurt, and then when he gets shot through the wall by Winter Soldier, and he somehow survives all that? It's like, alrighty then. Alien cubed.
Can I just put a shield generator below the tisms so that they don't just die immediately. That would be neat. Nah, fuck it. You don't need the shield. Let's be honest. Where's that other ship? Fuck did it go? Just rebuild it. Oh, it's right there. Dumbo. Oh, right, so no turrets left anymore. So I should probably... get those... reconstruction token, alrighty. Thoughts on Vision and his powers of anyone really menacing with his ability to phase through walls.
It's pretty powerful.
I mean, yeah, he is very powerful indeed, yeah.
Hence, in the beginning of Infinity War, they're like, "Oh no, they have stopped my ability to phase." It's like,
Did they? Okay.
Because if they didn't, he could literally have just unfazed and been watching the whole thing, like, "You can't get me." I guess Thanos might be able to do something about that with his gauntlet, like, wow, and it puts him back into phase, and he's like, "No."
Well, you're pretending like he has like superpowers with that gauntlet.
Well,
No.
maybe one that can affect the phasing tisms.
You can't say the T word.
As long as the foundations are still strong, we can rebuild this place. And become a haven for all peoples and aliens of the universe. Nah, those foundations are gone. So, what about you, Meek? Oh, Meek's dead. Oh, yeah.
Meek's dead.
Fortunately, Meek is alive, and
How does Red Skull end up guarding the Infinity Stone again? I don't know, actually.
he picked up the Tesseract and got teleported there, I think.
Well, that's
I
unfortunate.
know that I know that he picked it up and got teleported, and I guess we just have to assume that that's where he went.
Oh, Chevy, thank you for the resoup. I always forget you have mod here. Looking forward to Doctor Strange 2 according to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The Darkhold gives all the knowledge you need to achieve your goals. How do you beat that? That sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty
Sounds lame
powerful.
to me.
No good. Shut up.
He better be the villain. They gotta do that.
Not the best mod of all time. The second best mod. Keep on keeping on. Maybe I will. What about it? Stop threatening me. What the fuck? Oh yeah, thanks for the resub. I don't even know who you are. Alright, back to the Schliemhorst. Had to rebuild those miny boys. Yeah. Alright. So, this is bad. Those have pirates. I'm not gonna go there again. This one has bad pirates. Where's the pirates everywhere? I don't like this place. This place is bad. I'm gonna go somewhere else. Let me go up here somewhere. This looks kind of safe. Let's go there. No pirates where I am. There's no... They just won't let me do the things I plan to do. It's just fucking pirates. I'm gonna shoot them with my lasers. And my chain guns. And now I'm getting 80,000 credits just for shooting them twice. It's amazing. Also, Mortal, any progress on watching Attack on Titan final season, or are you waiting until the second part is also released? Oh, I haven't even started this last season, so no. I shall check it out when I have the time to do so. Equipment dock is what I wanted. Oh, also, are the other mining... God damn it. So much micromanaging. No, go there and mine it. And when you're done with this, go back and refine ores. Good job. Continue. Sector doesn't load the memory server. It is now! Stop complaining, game. Let's chapter Attack Titan. Well, this is something. Well, we'll see. I'll check it out regardless. Casino. Where's that equipment dock? It's below me. That's across the map, obviously. What'd you bring me? Oh, I can buy all the stuff now. Double R salvaging turrets. No. Mining. Triple chain gun. Yes. Yes! I am coming for your turrets. I always say Dark Souls because of Gedelb. Dark Souls.
Swear to God, if nobody learns anything from those Goodell videos, it's gonna be a complete waste of time. Moop is gonna be very upset.
Yeah. Random historical fact of the day. British Islands were connected to the rest of mainland Europe during the last ice age and had a lot of flora and fauna. This ended with melting the glaciers. So the British Islands are essentially just a big mountain on the edge of the continent. Well, there you go. Thanks for being entertained while writing my meta-analysis. No worries. I dropped the Attack on Titan manga when Aaron was facing Hammer Lady, and now I'm glad that I did. Oh boy.
BRB.
No. I learned that old games are not new games. Thanks, Gedelb. Yeah.
Even if you're the same age when you play them.
What?
I was gonna say, that's the important part of the quote that you clearly missed because you didn't learn the lesson, fool.
That's crazy. Or I'll take a triple Shangang turret. I'll take it. And that's it. Unarmed slots. None of them have the good armed slot ones. That's the one I need. Did you know apparently Captain America can bench 1100 LB as a warm-up? Makes you wonder how he doesn't crack skulls left and right. He's pulling his punches.
Yeah, you can pull a punch. I could hit metal real hard, or I could hit him half hard, or I could hit him to kill him. Those are my 3 options.
No, you can't.
I would never just tap you. You deserve pain.
Nay. I do not want the pain. Leave the pain in the pain game. Flame things. Yes. Makes sense if you don't think about it. I'm just gonna send them around and mine this whole thing down. Ooh, what's this? Why do we need gunners for this? Ooh. Be spawned by the immortal, it's like kilogram for uncivilized people. Cool. Can't find any more asteroids. You need to stop mining so fast. I need to play the game myself.
Finished Ragnarok, so now I just got Infinity War and the rewatch of Endgame left. Woohoo!
Wow, skipping Captain Marvel, the greatest movie in all time and space.
No, but thanks for the subscribenheimers.
It's taken such a long time. Well, not that long, about a week, but goddamn.
Oh, well, they have orders anyways, so we good. Oh, right, I was about to check out those turrets I picked up after the AI fight. It's double lightning turrets. 12,000 range. These 3 gunners, that's okay, I think. Point defense. Let's see. Triple plasma turret, that's okay. Double Chingun turret, 219 DPS, that's okay too. Rest the other ones. Chingun to
What'd you think of
45.
Ragnarok? Oh, it's really good. Funny. Mainly.
Point defense, point defense.
I'm not watching Ant-Man and the... Have you decided to try the Gimpy plant? No, never. I didn't even know that existed, but now that I know what it is, like, that's horrifying. Like, it's kind of terrifying that a plant like that even exists.
Wait, what plant?
So the Gimpy plant is a highly toxic plant in Australia, and it's been called the suicide plant because some people have killed themselves because the pain is so bad.
Jesus.
From, yeah. the main story was that there was a guy, like I think a soldier or an officer or something. He went to the forest, to like to take a poop, and he didn't come back, and they found him with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. So presumably he went out into the forest. He took a poop. He got some leaves to wipe his butt with, and one of them was the Gimpy Gimpy plant.
Oh,
And it was so painful that he killed himself.
Jesus.
Rather than, yeah, I know. It's just one of those things of, it is insane that there is such a thing as this plant that is so horrendously painful that people would rather kill themselves than live with it. Like I said, I didn't even know it existed. This is new information to me.
Oh, that's already a trinium turret base. Well, that makes sense. Using, yeah, alright. Going through the forest in Australia. What can go wrong?
Wow, yeah, these kind of things you encounter, but I never would have thought it was a plant that you had to worry about.
Yeah, it's insane.
And the worst thing is that it doesn't look like an evil sort of scary plant. It looks like a normal plant.
That's what the plant wants you to believe.
Well, yeah, basically.
Wants you to wipe his ass with it and like, ah!
Yeah, it's just, oh, man. What would be going through your head?
Not enough slots. Why though? Wait, what?
Oh, the rock ones as well. You guys heard about those? So there's like it's a rock fish of some sort. It looks like a rock, and if you step on it, it shoots out like a crazy painful venom just directly into your foot.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so if you're ever like in the tropical areas of the country, watch out. In general, you should, because I mean, box jellyfish are around that area.
This is all fucked up. I don't like your country.
I mean, I like this country a lot. It's just the animals are nuts, and the plants evidently too.
Well, I guess it's time to say goodbye to the Death Ray 5000. Wait, didn't I get another laser? That's the Death Ray boy. Plasma turret, repair turret, double Tesla. $155. Yeah.
Oh, you guys also hear that apparently the NFT market is like just totally collapsed?
I still don't know what NFTs are. Like, before I could read up, it was already broken, so I didn't bother. Some weird
I find it
picture
confusing as well.
thingy. I still don't know what it is.
It's like token art that you can trade as like crypto or something. I don't know, you pay thousands of dollars for basically a PNG file. But apparently they are super destructive to the environment. Like, the amount of energy that they require to be made is significant. And it's permanent because it needs to be housed on something forever, so yeah, from what I understand, really super bad for the environment. I never would have thought for a digital asset, but yeah, there you go. And apparently now that it's crashed, like, there are a lot of artists who are trying to sort of you know, almost like claw back their reputation, but it's kind of, you know, it's almost permanent.
Well,
get rich quick, you know, there is no such thing.
3.5.
Is Australia a country and a continent at the same time? It's a continent and a country. Australia is also an island. No, it's a continent. You can't be a continent and an island at the same time. Is New Zealand part of the continent? So it gets complicated because generally they say Oceania is you know, like the region, right? So that includes New Zealand, Polynesia. I think it includes Hawaii as well. Let me look it up.
Something that single NFT drop almost costs the same amount of electricity as one person's electricity over 10 years. What the fuck?
Yeah, I know.
What a weird thing.
I know.
Metal only fans when I already deleted it.
Yeah, so Australia is the continent, Oceania is the region.
So I feel like these. It's 26, 23. I think I don't need that many point defenses right now.
Antarctic would be a continent, yeah, obviously.
I'm lacking a damage. Where's this? Oh, it's Trinium base, alright. Pirates? No, not now pirates. Oh, they're far away. It's fine. Wait, so I have one of those plasma goons. Double chain gun turret. I'm gonna put this on the bottom. Where's the boy? Triple pulse cannon turret. I wanna test that one out.
I don't know why you'd need to ask whether Antarctica. So, is North America an island? Because like, or is Eurasia an island? These are continents. They're on continental shelves, or they make up the continental shelf. Or
A shelf is what you put books on, Fringy, you idiot.
That's true.
That's not what I wanted to put. Fuck.
Panama Canal made North America an island. Yeah, and I guess the Suez Canal made Africa an island too, right?
I saw at the top of it all on Reddit, it was like a woman someone's trying to blame a woman for the whole Suez thing, and like that was it wasn't that she's been falsely blamed, it's that she's being falsely blamed as a woman. I was like, why even bring that up?
Double Tesla turret, 2 range. Repair turret, plasma turret.
Because women can't drive. Wow.
That's rape.
Stop that rape. She's also falsely blamed as an Egyptian. It's weird. It is strange. I just think it's bad to be falsely blamed myself.
Improve my damage a little bit. My damage is still shit though. I don't know. Oh, 92. Point defense. 9. Pulse cannon. I guess I'll put that on 5 for now. 1, 2. 1. Oh wait, this is 3. Yeah. So wait, so how does this look? Oh, it's just basically another laser thingy. All right. So I put this to the bolters, I think, which is bolters and plasma turrets, which is 2.
I'm looking over my conclusion for episode 1, and I say that they've spat on the previous season, taken a chainsaw to the world building, and they've reset pretty much everybody, whether it fits who they are, and in brackets I've got Ashley, or it doesn't, and in brackets I've got everyone else. At least Ashley's okay, guys. I bet fucking all of you don't even know who Ashley is.
I don't.
I don't know who that is.
She's the assistant whose hair falls out in season 2.
Oh.
Equipment dog. Resource, repair. I guess I'm going up there. Who the fuck is Ashley and where can I find a porno? Wait a minute. Well, I haven't seen the boys, so no. Well, good on you. Is the boys the unbridled one or a critique?
So it's supposed to be an Unbridled Rage, but it is so long and thorough, I'm rethinking what I'm going to call it. I'm not even sure anymore. The critique videos, in idea, was supposed to be no swear words and very little edge, and this one's filled with swear words. So I'm I'm not sure what to do. I guess it's just going to be the longest fucking rage. Call it Tim? Yeah, I might do.
Got it, Tim. Unbridled long man bad. I mean, obviously, yeah. Longer than Unbridled Rampage? I'm pretty sure it is. Or it will be.
Easily. Rampage is going to be saved for quicker projects or ones where I'm scattered on my topics. Sounds cool, too.
Call it the longest fucking rage. Demonetized.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if I didn't get demonetized on this one.
I mean, if you put fucking in the title, I think that's like a bad word.
Well, I'm not gonna, but fucking will be in the video. Lots of fucking.
You might want to upload that to a different page then.
No.
Meet the boys coming to ruin your boys. Have you guys seen the Loki trailer? What did you think? I have not seen the Loki trailer, no.
Give me some
I don't know
adjectives
how
that begin
to-
with A
Adjectives that begin with A.
to describe something that's stupid, nonsensical, contrived. Anything you got?
Arsenine. Wait, that's not an wait, yeah, that's an adjective. Yeah.
Ubly blue blub. That's mine. I'll stay with it. If you don't use it, you're wrong.
Man, are there 3 E's in Arsenine?
3 E's.
Or am I looking at a completely wrong word right now? Arsenine.
Arsenine.
Oh, asinine is right. Why isn't this coming up? Weird doesn't know what I'm talking about. Hello?
Hello.
It's like, what are you trying to spell? I don't know this one.
How stupid? What are you doing?
You
Go away.
Apple, amazing apple, asinine, antithetical. Nah, not. Nah.
No.
Yeah, asinine might win out.
Damn
I have a lot
straight.
of alliteration in this script. This script is a lot better, I think, than the Snyder one in terms of just quality of writing, and I'm not even sure anyone's going to notice.
Well, now that you've told everybody.
Well,
We-
this is
looking
Metal
for
Stream
it.
that watches this.
Hey, I'm right here, okay?
There's 100 people are watching. They put the O's in the wrong place.
Yeah, you guys. The fuck.
Like Twitch with its glitches.
It's a tough marauder. I'm gonna tough him out.
What's another word for a cherry that begins with an A? Let's have a look. What have we got for the
Oh,
Google?
fuck. How'd this happen? Why does this game hate me so much? I'm just exploring, and there's like a billion. Good God. Fuck me, dude. I need to get the fuck out of here. Fuck me. Jesus, I got fucking raped.
Atrocious is a good one, yeah. Yeah. So, my coverage of intro in episode 1 is 8,000 words, which would mean an hour. Man, that's under an hour. See, I don't think that would work for one video compared to just all of them. I don't know. I'm still in the deciding portion of this flumpiness. Add more insults? Oh, there's a bunch. I like a lot of the ones in here that I want people to hear. It's gonna be a Dark Souls 2 response series? I mean, as long, if not longer, yeah. The idea is to go through all the episodes one by one and point out all of the things that are wrong with them, and at the end, collect them all up into patterns, make the points, and then end. It's gonna take a while.
What is gonna be Dark Souls 2? I would have thought it was sufficient to include maybe 15 gun store with almost no weapon customization. On the United States, I think there would be far from arms and attachment to boot. I think I missed a conversation somewhere. Far Cry 5. Ah, okay. Yeah, I have no fucking clue about Far Cry 5. So I guess I'm not getting any weapons there because they just melt through my almost 100,000 hull and 80,000 shield. I guess I have to replace my weapons now. Oops. Wait, which ones do I need to replace? I'm missing some weapons. This one up here. Wait, what happened with the customizable tism here and this one?
I think that's an idea though, if I did do these episode by episode and then release them once per like 2 weeks and worked on videos in the background so I could finally come across as a content creator that regularly uploads. Wouldn't that be nuts?
That's rape.
Maybe I'll write them so that they can have that happen, but then decide if I'll do that down the line or something. I don't know. I just don't know how people would feel anymore seeing a video come out from me that's 40 minutes long. They'd be like, what the fuck?
It's like, what are you doing? Are you okay?
I think they would cry. I think they would be very upset. Every fucking top comment would be like, short man bad.
Oh, yeah.
Alongside. Was I defeated on Earth ages ago and then I forgot where it was?
Classic mistake. Happens to the best of us. Okay, let's what do I do about my weapons? I feel like I need to reevaluate this whole weapon scenario on my ship right now, because this is not working. I'm just gonna get rid of all of those weapons. All of them. They all go in the trash.
Add slow-mo to your video and extend it by 2 hours, add nothing to the... So, there was an idea, like fucking... I think Caplo Opinion suggested it, where I release the second cut of the Snyder video and I just add loads of nothing into it. Like, I add several things that I'd said before, and then I black and white it and put it in 4:3 fully, and then I also slow-mo loads of parts of my criticism. But I don't know if that's going a little too far for the meme.
that was not center. There you go. We have quad plasma turrets. Put these up on the bad boy. Chain gun turret, 347 DPS. That sounds good. I want this on my ship. 290 DPS. I want that on my ship as well. But centered. No one more question stream on the internet. Wait, what?
They're saying that this is like a Mola Q&A.
Ah. You
I
have to
haven't spoken to Nate.
You have to remove sections so it doesn't make sense as well. Oh
It
my
would be a funny project. This wouldn't be worthwhile, I don't think.
Oh my goodness, the Bootle command has gotten the haircut and is subjugating the Spacenheimers. Yes, yes.
How very German of you.
Thanks. Okay.
Hey, Franny.
Hmm?
What kind of editing are you thinking of doing for your video as well?
What do you mean, like, what type of editing?
Well, avoiding copyright and having relevant visuals can go hand in hand, but how far are you going to push it?
There's going to be some super duper editing, I guess, because I want my relevant visuals, but it's going to be, I'm going to have to cut a lot. Oh, I haven't even
Gonna
thought
do
of
any
that
gameplay?
yet. I don't think I am. I think I want to have it be properly edited, like fully. So that's going to be a lot of work. I don't even want to think about it. Jeez, I haven't even started writing the script yet. It's still notes. But yeah, it's going to be a big one. I'm thinking that I need something between it, because this is going to take longer than I think I'm giving myself time for. Like, if I feel like this is going to take me, even if I'm optimistic and I start writing a script maybe by Thursday or Friday, it's probably going to take me like a month to do that properly in between everything else, and then however long it takes to edit. We'll see. I think the main thing with the Crash video took like a month to like play the game, so there was that. Whereas at least with this one, it's not going to take me as long to play it because I'm just watching it. We'll see. But it's going to be proper editing, hopefully. But I've never done a like movie review with all the clips and everything before, so copyright's kind of going to be a new beast for me. I so rarely had to do it because it's always been video games.
Well, lucky you're in a community filled with people who deal with it regularly.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got with double lasers. Put that here. Turret.
Hey, you know,
Alongside
you know how
sad and metal moodness. Sorry, go ahead.
you know how Butcher was dropped off in a parking lot?
Mm-hmm.
He was unconscious for a long time, seemingly.
Yes.
Imagine someone had called the police. He was taken in, and they discovered he's the guy who's wanted, and he went to jail.
That's insane. That would never happen.
Man, that would have fucked up the entire season, huh?
Yeah.
Lucky there's only like 7,000 of those types of issues.
Oh, that's not too bad then.
What am I working on? Endgame video. among a few other things.
Let's how do these work. Press gunners and pilots with AIs. Okay, that's not gonna help me at all. Because I have enough gunners. Don't have enough slaughter-rudies. Well, I do need some point defense weapons on the bottom of the boy. I think that's the extent I'm gonna take it with the point defense weapons. What about chain gun turrets? So I need 102. Those guns are sucky, bad. Triple pulse cannon turret. It's bad. They're bad weapons. Well, I guess now we're just going for damage. Just put everything on there that deals a lot of damage. There, this deals a lot of damage.
My mind's blanking a bit. You know how you'd call the police, the firemen, what would be the medical equivalent? You call the ambulance, right? You don't say you call the doctors or you call
I
the
tend to say that you
EMTs.
call an ambulance.
Yeah.
Or the paramedics.
That could work.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I'm pretty sure that is what they are. Yeah, paramedics.
Yeah, I know them as EMTs, but like I don't think that's very colloquial, you know? Like call the EMTs. It's like call the paramedics. That's yeah, I can accept that one.
Medic.
This one down here.
That's not quite for people saying like they call for medic. It's like that's more of a war scenario. I'm thinking like if you're in your house and you're like we call the firemen, we call the police, we call the. I can settle the paramedics, but most people say call the ambulance. I don't think Mueller has ever seen Starship Troopers. I mean, we had a whole EFAP on it, but alright.
Yeah, but you didn't watch the movie, so it's embarrassing.
I just had a thought, and the reason why is because I've just seen an like, you know, as you see often like Twitter posts of X person did all these crazy like, you know, sexual abuse or, you know, like internet personality, right? Like getting in trouble. It's often been said, right, that like canceling is like what is happening. It's basically preventing somebody from being able to work or make money anymore. I almost wonder if it's like probably be better if you went to jail if like the thing that you did was an illegal thing, because like if you're in jail you don't have to think about money or anything like that. You go to jail and then do the time and then you come out, and the logic is meant to be that it's like, all right, clean slate, now you can go do your thing. Like what happens if you get if you know something comes out and then you basically get cancelled and then you can no longer work in whatever industry you're in anymore? Like what is your like what does somebody do at that point? Do you just like starve to like I guess I don't know what happens at that point. Depends on the severity of the issue. Yeah, I guess it's just I'll take being cancelled over being in prison. I guess of course the main thing depends on whether or not you actually did the thing, whether or not the person did the thing that is getting them in trouble. Oh, he said starred in prison. I can't see the word. Yeah.
Oh, it says raped for me.
Oh, alright. To me it says starred.
You have to
I see
enable
that.
non-child mode, you child.
They get a job with less of a public eye on them? Yeah, I guess so.
Well,
It seems
it's
like a lot of
crazy
people...
how many YouTubers have suffered like some kind of crazy cancellation and then they just go back to IRL, if you know what I mean.
Well, like just a normal job.
Like, isn't Zaptai one of them? He got cancelled for doing pedo-y stuff. Turns out it wasn't, and he just never came back. He's just doing real life stuff now.
I guess it's just, I'm not sure, like, what... How do you... Well, yeah, I guess you basically can't be in, like, the industry anymore. Cancellation only hurts if you're on social media, it seems.
I mean, isn't it...
Oh, hello, Risa. Okay, please have Fringy with Twitch. He's hopeless. Wait, what?
Social media is like infecting everything, though.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing, is it's almost like it's broadening, you know? It's, like, the influence it has on your life beyond it is, more significant.
Fringy, why do you need help with Twitch? What have you done?
I think it's the fact that I've got stars coming up for the certain words.
Oh, okay.
Not being on social media can make you very sus to people. Yeah, that's kind of like that's kind of a problem. Everybody needs to just go outside, go for a walk, and touch grass. Yeah, I think that can help you out a lot. I guess it's just that I find cancellation really I would prefer that all of these things get handled through the legal channels, because at least that way it's, you know, more clear cut investigation. Did they do it? Did they do it? All right, here's the punishment, and then you do the punishment, and then you back out, and then that's it. Because if it's cancellation, it's kind of just a thing that looms forever, which is I don't think that that's what our system of justice is meant to be. The way that I've always interpreted it is the idea of, as soon as you do the punishment or whatever, it's like, all right, now we're back on like even ground. You're like back to normal. What if it's not an illegal thing? Oh, well, I mean, if it's not an illegal thing, then it's, well, I guess it'd be like if you're being racist or something, right?
Yeah, the whole Twitter council thing, for lack of a better word, like that's not a real judgment. Especially when at the end it just comes out, it's like, oh, I was actually just lying about the things, and the career's just ruined now, and no one really cares for what comes after. Like, oh, cool.
A lot of people get away with it when going through official channels. Yeah, I'm not sure what the solution is to that, though. We have the innocent until proven guilty system, and that tends to be particularly difficult for, you know, crimes like rape. It's incredibly difficult to convict.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes there's just such a lack of evidence by comparison to murder, where there's usually like a lot more evidence. Many countries will not employ you if you have a criminal record. Yeah, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Nobody ever lies about accusations, Metal. What are you talking about? Hitler should have been cancelled. Yeah, I would have been okay with that one.
Hitler gets cancelled. Well, I mean, I guess he did get cancelled in a certain sense.
Cancelled himself.
He did.
That's the peak cancellation.
You don't get to cancel me!
Not even referencing the killing portion, but like, or the suicide, whatever. That is probably peak cancellation. Like, he's been cancelled to the point where he's referred to whenever someone does anything evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So get on my level, bitches.
I would like to hear him say like a response to the idea that he's constantly used as example of evil. If he was just like, it's their opinion.
He made it so that an entire type of mustache is just not acceptable anymore. Like,
It's kind of funny that he ended up with a very specific kind of mustache. Because if he wore a normal mustache, he probably wouldn't have ruined it.
no, it's just such a odd mustache that yeah, it's kind of gone. You can't have it anymore. I've often had people confess that they wish they stayed off social media once they find out I don't have Twitter. Yeah, I mean it's like I'm not social media has it's a real mixed bag. Benefits, get to make friends with people like in whom it would have never been possible without it, but the drawbacks is social media is just pretty toxic. Human beings are not equipped to deal with this kind of bombardment of information and this level of communication. We're just not. We evolved picking berries and hunting off, like staving off saber-toothed tigers. We were not built for this. And in a certain sense, they weren't. No, I was about to say, in a certain sense, they had it good. It's like, well, no, they lived in constant fear, so no.
Oh wait.
Now we live in like constant annoying fear. What's up?
Oh, I just realized I have excellent relations with this race, so I should be able to build my own turrets now in their turret factories. That would actually be... Oh, wait, never mind. I need resources that I don't have. Ah! Where's the Oh. How about I use the search function? That would be smart.
Fringy wants to return to Monkey. Well, I mentioned this 50 billion times, but I'm listening to the audiobook Homo Sapiens, and one of the interesting things that was talked about in that book is how early agricultural societies, the people who lived in them had appreciably worse lives than hunter-gatherers. Hunter-gatherers had better lives, they worked less, they had superior diets, and they had better social relationships. The initial farmers had to work a lot more for a worse diet, and also they all were trying to kill each other to get grains and stuff. And the big one was, if you're a hunter-gatherer and you have a bad day, it's like, oh, well, there's always tomorrow. If you're a farmer and you have a bad year, it's like, oh, I guess we'll starve to death.
Well, Metal, no one cares about your dumb space game. Apparently so. That's fine. Social media like Twitter is probably overall detrimental to society and probably shouldn't exist. Any social media which would be beneficial would have to be smaller with a set of people with similar interests that you get to know and interact with.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll have to see what the... Let me... I don't know the name. He's, Sapiens... So the book is called Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind. It was written by... Man, I'm gonna butcher this. Yuval Noah Harari. It is a super interesting book. Well, now we... okay, so you've just... So, yeah, agriculture benefited us, but for a long time, the people who were agricultural had worse lives. In the long term, agriculture has been super beneficial to humanity. But, you as an individual living like 7,000 years ago, you had a really shit time. And what good is it going to be to you if I came back from the future and said, hey, stick with it, man. I'm going to have a really good life, me, 7,000 years in the future. You know?
I think that's fair.
And I think one of the big things that was mentioned was that wheat won the agricultural, like wheat was the real winner, because wheat used to be this little tiny crop that lived in the Middle East, and now wheat is like on every continent.
Frank, I don't think wheat cares. It doesn't feel.
I'm sure it's not that wheat doesn't feel. It's just that wheat has these goals. Wheat is a malevolent force.
It's just doing the thing where it rubs its hands together.
Yeah, yes, yes. Plant me. Plant me everywhere. I'm gonna take over the world.
Double change it. 500 DPS. Oh my god, give it to me. Give it to me.
Oh, Jesus.
Give me.
Mel, put your penis down.
No.
Even the creators of social media have stated they regret doing it and that it has made the world worse. It's complicated because there are benefits to social media.
Blah blah fringy blah.
Hey, look, I'm just saying it's interesting that we'd have taken over the world.
You got wrecked, fringy. You got wrecked.
Did you mention anything about exercise being an evolutionary imperative? The book is about, like, not really, no. It's about why human beings have come to exist as they have. That's mainly what it's about. And like social stuff. So the chapter I was reading today was about the idea of money, and how it's this intersubjective concept that only works because we all subconsciously agree that money exists and has a certain value and can be exchanged for things. There was that described. So there's like objective, subjective, and intersubjective. Intersubjective being things like the economy, like language, companies.
Intersubjective is just like incredibly commonly agreed upon subjective.
Yeah, basically. So like the law is intersubjective because it doesn't exist except in our heads. If all humans die, law ceases to exist.
It's kind of how I'd like to categorize a lot of the writing rules people come up with, like 3-act structure is what you should do. It's like, just because everyone says it.
Yeah. So he doesn't talk about biology and physiology. I don't care. Oh, you're being very dismissive of a very interesting book. He does talk about biology and
maybe you only find it interesting because you're a smooth brain, Fringy. How about that?
Yeah, maybe.
If he talks about, I don't know, Buffy and Angel in there, I'll give it a look.
Yeah, maybe that's in, like, the final chapter, you know?
Right at the end, he's like, watch Buffy and Angel, it's pretty neat.
You said it was about sociology. It is, but the first couple of chapters talk about, you know... But yeah, I mean, it's mainly, like, anthropology, I would say, but there is discussion about, you know, how, like, human beings aren't particularly exceptional physically as animals compared to other ones. Like, there are a lot of animals that are stronger than us and faster, and just like the main advantage is that we are social. It's not even that our brains are big; they're big, but other animals have bigger brains relative. Oof. It is a very good book. Like, I am not responding well to these oofs and it's bullshit. Like.
Oof, yikes.
Humans can run the furthest out of any animal. If a human gets into a fist fight with a gorilla, they're not gonna win it. Like, that's
endurance. Like, humans will be outran by loads of things, but in the short run, but we will be able to last the longest. Which isn't the greatest trait in fights. It's like,
well, yeah, like,
I mean, it's like, I don't want to undersell it. Like, the reason why that's so good is because we can chase animals to death. Like, that's one of the things that we were really good at.
Mm-hmm. But that only works if we can kill the animal.
It also, like, it doesn't help if a cheetah is chasing us. We can't outrun it, we die. Like,
yeah.
We could outrun it if we were both told you only lose when you fall over.
Hold on, largest brain to body ratio. Let me see. Dolphins have the highest brain to body rate. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see.
We can all outrun Mullet. Not if I have a little, what do they call, little moped.
Moped. Scooting around. Whee!
I'm gonna scoot right over you.
Nope. Tree shrews have a higher brain to body ratio.
Be right back.
Bigger than humans. Yeah, get out of here. Tree shrews.
Are we apex predators? I would presume so.
Yeah, we are now, but that was what the book said. We weren't for a long time. We were like in the middle of the food chain.
Then we made
then
really cool things.
Yeah, once we started making cool things and cooperating, then we won. Yeah, tree shrews have the largest brain to body mass ratio of all mammals, including human beings.
And they're not even that clever. I tried
they're
playing chess with one of them. They weren't very good.
I feel like a tree shrew would be really good at chess.
Well, go discover it for yourself. I'm not lying.
Poopy.
Stop it.
Just saying.
You didn't say anything.
Shut up.
Oh. Don't you think you streamed long enough, Mel?
It's your opinion.
I'm so used to Fringy's cap now that I'm like, you're not allowed to go past 3 hours.
That's not how I operate.
My God.
You fleam.
Books are full of thinking. Liar.
It's full of words. Sniff the
And
jelly?
sentences.
No. If I'm running a little bit off topic or anything, it's no problemo. Give me more weapons. Double chain gun turret, 470 DPS. I thought this is where you hit all the DPS from me, you sneaky little fuckers.
I'll be back in like 10, 15-ish minutes.
Fine.
Mm-hmm.
So, wait, how much space do I have for craft? For spacecraft. Hangar space, 24.2667. That is an odd number. I hate it. I guess I got some fighters. No free squad. Really? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have space for 2 squads, I'm guessing. So much whatever, which No, read now. I would streams, game, play, practice guitar. I think uni made reading a work activity. Just haven't been able to properly shake the process for years now. Don't have enough space in your hangar. Oh, so okay. Well, it's enough for half a squad then. Okay. Apparently, I do have enough pilots as well, so. Oh, no. Enables air fighter production requires fighter blueprint. Oh, okay, I see. This is the Honka Bonka. Nah, that sounds stupid. Schlimpelflorm. There you go. So now I have fighters in my hangar. How do I use them? I do not know how to use this power. This is good damage. Not enough arms. Oh, god damn it. Well, you go away. This here. Why? Why do you use 3? Dingus. Use these ones then. Why? Oh, because I can't read, that's why. I'm just a big Dumbo. Alright, so 470, 55. What damage can I? So this uses 2 slots. Yeah, I'm definitely keeping those plasma turrets because they get rid of all them shieldy boys. So you use 3 gunners, but actually not that great. So you get the fuck out of here. No, wait, but it only uses 1 slot. Dude, I need to fucking pay attention. So wait, which is the other one that takes only 1 slot? It's this one. 102, this is 204-ish, 224. So one of those deals more damage than 2 of the other ones. So you get Deletus. This goes in here. Boom. See the new Resident Evil 8 trailer. I'm going to die a lot in that game. I did not see it, but it probably has to do with Lady Demi, the tall vampire lady. I can't pronounce her name. Deminescro or something. Whatever the name is.
When is that game coming out?
I do not know.
What the fuck? I rely on you for this.
Well, that's your problem.
Metalcommander@news.com.
That's not
Send in emails for gaming news.
It's not a website that I run, and I.
Metalcommander@gamingnews@tron.com because you love Tron.
No, stop.
Coming out in May. What if I want to do a video on it? What's gonna happen, Metal? I can't make everything.
Well, it's your
Death.
problem.
Death comes to time. Dimitrescu.
Usually in your boys video, you're gonna address the comic at all? Like, I don't care about this kind of trash, so don't even bother to ask. Go fuck yourself with cockatoos.
In the opening criticism, I mentioned there may be counters to this criticism in either the prior season or the comics, and we will get to it. So I will definitely. Obviously, you guys know my position on adapting third party. I'm not going to be justifying it with, oh, but they explain it in the comics, or that it's in line with the comics. It has to be in line with itself.
Good God.
It is Seatown. It is.
This takes 2 slots.
For example, it's fine that Wonder Woman splatters brains in Zack Snyder's Justice League because she's done it in the comics before. It's like, I don't even know that that works because the context, I doubt, is that she splatters brains in front of children. That seems unlikely to me.
187.
I also, won't be saying this is bad because it's not like the comics. The funny example for this that I always have to bring up when people are like, oh, it's because you're biased. Like, I didn't use it when I could have on Game of Thrones, alright, guys? Books are better than the show. And I didn't even do it. You don't see the brain splatter, how can you know? I guess you could have told him. I splattered his brain.
262. No, fire 4K. I already have more firepower now, so that's good. I wonder if I should put some big guns on here. Some big uns. Like some big boy cannon tisms. Don't know. So what damage line is 470, that's good. 5, 290, 370. So I guess we want this. Probably some better plasma turrets if possible, but I don't think we have some right now. Nah, not even close. You have the best ones up there already. I feel like I need to put some big weapons on there for long range. What's the ship's name? Thundercock? It's Schliemenhorst. I mean, obviously. It's 17 and 14. Things I don't think this one. This is probably gonna be super slow. But it's 720 damage. Wait, no, this is 316. Wait, this is way better than. Okay, so I think I'm gonna look for a second cannon, and then put like cannons on here or on the outside. Or on the bottom, I'm not sure yet. Because everything on my ship has been kind of low range so far. Let's see. Okay, point defense tisms. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I even need 6 of those? Don't feel like I do. Oh, nice of those pirates to let me check out my new weaponry. Oh, whoops. Should probably aim at the pirates. That's probably a bit easier. Oh, they're already dead. Cool. For the USS Chum Guzzler. Yeah, I was wondering why Mootle was tismically repeating, we have some. Then I checked the tab and saw the stream crashed. Shots you're firing are gonna hit some planet one day and ruin someone's day. I hope so. Speaking of superhero shows, I'm mildly curious about Invincible. Is that the name? Keep seeing YouTube recommended clips of it to me. I'm really amused by the Omni-Man character being voiced by J.K. Simmons and looking like JJJ from Spider-Man as well. I heard about the thing. I have no idea if it's any good or not. I do not know. I got double lasers. Laser. Plasma, then chain gun. Plasma, chain gun. Mighty boys are just chilling right now. That is not what you're being paid for, you little clown boys. Story of unknown origin. No, keep the show in mind for later. Do it. Just do it. Left shift 1, and I guess then I can start these. Attack, defend, return, collect lost fighters. Alright, cool. As a Suicide Squad. Can about any type of spaceship you want in this game. One even looks like a box. Yes, you can build whatever you want. I even had a self-built one in the beginning, but then it became shit and I couldn't be arsed to build a new one completely, so I just downloaded one from the workshop and collected the resources. Lots of stuff to download there. Short based on human fighting superiors in creative ways. There's a web novel series called Worm, where a girl who can control bugs has to fight a Superman equivalent, and similarly to P heroes, she does it by being creative with what she has to work with, not pulling absurd blackmail out of her ass. Yeah, that sounds neat. Two spheres are big fellas to cannon between them. I sure can. That's basically shows movies is fair to establish upper limits for their powers. Captain Marvel, Wanda, Superman. Yeah. Because then it goes like, I can actually do this. I can just push this planet out of the way. I'm just gonna destroy all the multiverses.
I reckon I'm also gonna start up a stream as I get some coffee into me.
Schlorms.
Play a bit of Halo. This might be a bad idea because I'm actually pretty tired, so I don't know if my brain's working properly anymore.
Wait, what's a bad idea?
I'm just gonna start up a little stream as well.
Losers streaming.
That's what you stream too. Cool.
I can think of myself as a loser.
Alright, so you're just calling everybody a loser then? Does that make you happy?
No, because not everyone streams. Does Ralph Wiggum stream? No,
You don't know that.
I do.
Liar. Are my fighters actually doing something? I have no idea. Did they do a thing? No pilot. Why did the game tell me there's no pilots? It tells me everything. God damn it.
I have a coffee mug that says "barely awake." It's funny because it's true.
I have a mug that says coffee gets to places motivation never reaches.
Ha! I like that too. There's many coffee mugs with neat little sayings on them.
Yeah, coworker gifted it to me once. I like it.
Most of the mugs I got now are novelty. I got like Looney Tunes ones, Star Wars, and I think.
My
But
coffee
yeah.
mug says Snyder Cut's not very good.
Man,
Wow, I don't have. I wasn't able to get that one when I got your cups.
that was the limited edition one. It sold out. It was
Damn it.
You know, you had to get in quick to get that one.
Double launcher turret, pulse cannon turret. Yeah, I think my damage is good, but my range is garbo. So I do need to diversify my weapons.
Everybody's playing Spaceman games today. Well, I guess yours is spaceship and this is Spaceman, but there are spaceships in it, so
Yes.
you know, in a certain sense, they're basically the same game. Can horror be set in space? No, that was who said that again?
I think
That
it was
was an
someone
article, right?
memeing in chat.
Yeah. Bit early or late, depending on your point of view. I didn't sleep, so this is incredibly late for me.
Horror cannot be set in space, nobody will hear you scream. Yeah, there you go. That was the one.
Is there even like an early and late in Australia? You guys aren't even real. Like, how does that even work? There's no relativity. Like,
It's the
I like
floppy tisms.
With people arguing like, oh, you know, it's only like 3 p.m. It's like, yeah,
somewhere.
like wherever you are, somewhere in the world. Yeah, it probably is. Wow, I was literally just watching your last VOD. Hey, well now you get to watch the well, it's not even a VOD, it's not.
Great, now I gotta do dual streaming.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna make it easy on you. I'm gonna send all the people to Fringy.
Why, are you finishing?
Yeah, because I think I'm gonna go join my friendos in the
Oh,
Voiceheimers
the timing.
as well.
Ditch, well, fine. We're going to talk about how the MCU is better written than stuff.
That's what you've been doing this whole time on my stream.
I never, ever talked about the MCU this time.
Metal doesn't care about us. Hey, it's 3.5 hours, alright? And I'll be back tomorrow, okay?
Oh, hi, Longman. I'm expecting you to work on The Boys Season 2 now. What do you have to say to that?
I am.
Yeah, I know.
Where I am. Where's the following? Because I'm not typing out your channel name. Fuck that shit. That's way too long. Yeah, go watch Frongloids.
Oh boy.
Oh, I should start with the raid command. That would be smart. Send us to Australia with the suicide pain plans. Yeah, don't wipe your butt with the random plans. It's a bad idea.
Yeah. As we learned last time.
Not even a raid. I'm typing it out. Jesus. God. My chat is so impatient. Yeah, thanks for the subs, follows, and the fleams and the donos. Go watch Fringles. Okay, bye.
Bye the people who don't come over here. And hi the people who did.